Oh yeah, and this guy
Mel
too.
Time, the fucking time god up in this bitch. You wanna get fucking king of the dodgy?
Yeah! Time!
Just don't say time.
Yeah, just don't cut
We got a time limit, but just don't say time.
You heard it? You heard that?
Don't say time.
Let me see. Okay, there we go. It is Melithine, the motherfucking time god. It is time. We are here, back again in a crazy, disclosed location. I don't know if I even said that right, but it's a location I'm never gonna fucking tell you about. We're right here in the beautiful. I'm actually gonna tell you we're in Riverside right now. We're in the IE, sitting outside. I'm gonna announce who that voice was right now. It's it's not a secret because you're gonna see it on the fucking video right there. It's gonna be promoted, so you know who it is. But this is a fake sponsorship, but I'm gonna say it anyways. This is sponsored by Fresh Produce.
Yes,
this
sir.
is sponsored by Grizzly State.
Absolutely.
Right? Okay,
Yes,
so let me get right into it. We got DJ Mando in the building.
Mando the DJ.
Mando the DJ.
Yeah.
Mando the DJ.
Let me
DJ
explain
Mando.
that, why that goes
Go
down.
into that, because that was there's this is not the first time I've ever seen something about the name, you know, like where I'm like, okay, I say it, and it's like, no, this is what it is, and I'm gonna explain why. I put capital G's in my name.
Yeah,
Let me tell you,
like
you feel
that.
me? Like, let them know the legend of Mando the DJ.
Honestly, there's like 1,000 million DJ Mondos in the world. You know, half of them play reggaeton, half of them play cumbias, half of them are commercial DJs, top 40,
Right.
whatnot. And I used to go by that back in the days until it mattered.
DJ Mando?
Yeah.
Okay.
Just because it was
Right.
easy.
Right. Okay.
And then I realized that I needed to separate myself, and I put Mando the DJ together and Googled it, and it was just me. I was the only one, still to this day. So
no one figured it out. I
No.
think someone who's DJ Mando was probably like DJing weddings and backyard
Everything.
parties and stuff like that.
It's
and
hilarious.
But then you got Mando the DJ,
Yep.
who thought about that and applied it, and now is making moves like that.
Yes, sir.
So let's jump right into it. Fresh Produce, because I've been into one. I actually hosted.
You did. You hosted.
I was actually really nervous because I was like, holy shit, this is crazy, you know. But it was I hosted it. It was Fresh Produce. How did that start? Because it's like in downtown Riverside, a cool little spot.
Yeah.
You know, and I think you have a residency there, don't you?
Yeah, it's my event actually. We've been
Can I spark this up?
Yeah, please.
Okay.
We've been throwing Fresh Produce together. Actually, the way it started is I'm a DJ, and I have a million friends that produce and a million friends that rap. And halfway through a session or whatever, halfway through an event, somebody will come up and be like, "Hey man, do you know anybody who's got beats?" This is prior to me throwing the event, or my rapper friends would say that, or my beat friends would be like, "Hey man, you know any rappers who want to buy any beats?" And I'm like, you know what? I don't make beats, but I have venues and places that are willing to put something down for me, and I'd be like, "Hey man, come through and throw an event here," you know. So I went to my buddy, he owned a little skate shop. Shout out to Inconsiderate Board Shop in Riverside. And my buddy Daniel was like, "Man, do whatever you want." So I was like, "How about I do something different? Let me just try a beat event." You know, I wasn't really too hip on all the other beat events that were going on at the time, to be honest. I was pretty just stuck in my own world doing our own shit out here. So once I did it, it was 2012. It was a one-off. You know, I just had some homies.
So the idea behind it was to put a bunch of producers in there and have people come and pretty much listen to beats.
Yeah.
And if you like them, you can chop it up with producers.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily meant to link anybody per se. It was just like, hey, man, it was a good idea. People were always hitting me up, so let me just see if I can get everybody in one room together and vibe on something. And I did it at a skate shop in 212, and I had like Task One from Relative Patience. I had my boy Filth. I had Gypsy Mamba's first event ever, his first beat set ever.
Gypsy Mamba.
He's from Root Note.
Okay, I think you
Played
didn't you guys have
a bunch of OG shit. He's prominent now.
wasn't oh no, I don't know if that was the event. I think I remember hearing about that. It was like it was a big deal because I remember hearing about it, and it was like, oh, there's a Fresh Produce, because I know Vision, I know Os, I know all them dudes, so I would always, we're friends on Facebook, so I'm always seeing this. So I think I might have seen, what was that, the first flyer you said, the Gypsy Mamba?
That was 2012, and then I brought it back. You know, it was just a little one-off shit, but I brought it back in, like, I want to say 2015. Yeah.
What made you?
14.
What made you feel like I got to do this again? Like he had a good turnout?
Yeah, no, it wasn't even that. It literally was like 3.5 years later when I got another like idea to do it again. And I remember thinking like, what am I gonna do? Just because I'd done a bunch of hip hop shows already, promoted wise, and my buddy at Mission Tobacco Lounge, shout out to MTL, downtown Riverside University, they hit me up. My buddy was like, hey, man, you want to do an event here? And I was like, played a million hip-hop shows there. I'm like, I don't want to do another hip-hop show here, so let me try something else. Oh, yeah, what about that fresh produce shit I was doing? I remember reaching out to a couple heads, like, you know, I don't want to name drop anybody, but I reached out to a couple prominent
Let
heads.
them have
like,
it.
What do you think, man?
Let them have it. Name drop them. No.
Yeah, no.
I'm just kidding.
I
Don't
remember
do
asking
that.
Rude, to be honest. You know, he hit me up. And he
Abstract
was like,
Rude?
Yeah, he was like, that's a dope-ass name. Run that shit. Because I didn't know what to call it. I wasn't sure if I was going to go back to the
That's the
produce
hardest thing is to find a
something
name
that sticks.
that shit'll beat you in the skull.
And it worked out perfectly because it's fresh production, you know? And it's a producer showcase.
It's all beats, and beats are what? A produce.
Yeah,
you feel
exactly.
me?
Yeah, somebody has to produce that shit.
Right? Isn't beats a produce? It's a fucking fruit or something?
Yeah, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. Fresh produce. So we linked it together like a play on words, and also we had some, you know, really talented heads. So when I wanted to run it back, you know, almost 4 years later after that first little bullshit event we threw together, I called the same heads that were on the first one, you know, Gypsy Mama, Filth.
And they all came through?
Yeah, they came through and rocked again, dude. And then it turned into something that I got offered to do like a monthly. And so we just try to throw it down every last Thursday of the month. We've been there going on 4 years this year.
And you guys what's the next one? Who's on the next one? Or have you not?
The next one, I don't want to release the shit. Like I got...
What was the last one? What was the last one? Don't say who you putting on. What was the last one?
I'll probably end up saying the next one towards the end or something, maybe. The last one was... I had Mickey Taylor come out.
Okay.
And on that one, she was doing some new music. So
and these are DJs.
No, Mickey Taylor's she's an artist.
Because I saw Frankie Valentine up here.
Yeah,
one time.
Frankie.
He went with his little beat pad and going all crazy.
See, so for me, to run it back, just backtrack a little bit. When I first advertised this as a producer event back in 2012, I didn't know anything about really. I knew about production, but I didn't know what it all entailed. So I would just say. On the flyer, I even wrote, like, bring your MPC, bring your keyboard, bring
whatever
your
you
laptop,
need to make your shit crack.
Exactly how I wrote it. Whatever you need to make it right. And I even wrote those words
nice.
on the fucking flyer.
I just thought that. Whatever you need. So there you go.
I wrote those
Keep it
words
simple.
on the flyer. And you know, bring all your cores, all your bullshit.
Right.
And people did. You know, people showed up with fucking big old monitors and PCs. And like I said, Gypsy Mama he was his first beat set ever. You know, he went on to do great things right now. So to see that, when I hit him up again for the run back, he was like, of course, man. You gave me my first shot ever. And I'm seeing how far he came since then. I didn't know that was his first beat set. He told me that day, you know, 4 years later. And I was like, wow, for real. So even now, whenever I hit him up, he always says that statement to me. And of course, man, you gave me my first shot, whatever you need. I'm like, that's cool as fuck.
Right.
Talking to a bunch of gente, like, I figured it out. Even like you know, you host and you do shit on when you did with your old company stuff.
Who cares? Don't worry about that. You're just going to be a little thirsty for a bit.
I know, right? But I realized, like, bringing certain heads out, they've done a lot of work, but when they get on that fresh produce stage, I don't know why, like, producers don't really understand how to do a beat set. You know, they kill the game, and they got a lot of work out, but then you see them on that stage, and you're like, oh, shit. I've had hosts come out, and they're, like, kind of intimidated. Like, what do I do? You know, it's the same thing. It's just like hosting an MC event. You know?
Right.
So I don't have, for the most part, it's a producer showcase, and I try not to have a big rap show, you know?
Yeah, because I remember those used to I remember I would see something like, not like that, but it would, because Rockham, I did an album with Rockham, you know, back in the day. So I would always go mobbing around with him, and he would always get into these beat battles, you know, and this shit was crazy, dude. Yeah. Like, and he's fucking fools up, bro.
So good, man.
Beating the shit out of him. I host rap battles, right? So I've seen dudes get slayed lyrically all the time. Yep. To see somebody to actually feel like this dude just got smoked with beats is amazing. I've never seen anything like that. And Rockham, when I would go with him, I think that's when I started seeing the competitiveness of, like, the producers. So you're really actually, like, making a battle of it in a weird way, because everyone's trying to show each other up, dude.
Exactly.
That's
As producers, they're most of them are introverted. They don't really talk a lot, and they fucking don't. They say they're with their beats, and it's up to us to decipher who's killing.
Right.
They're humble, you know, a lot of them. But they don't say like in a rap battle they say shit, and they are competing, and they'll tell you I'm fucking gonna slay you right now.
Right.
In a beat battle they're just looking over with that little smirk, like
it's those vibes too, because when you drop those beats, like I always use Rock'em because that's like what I know.
Yeah.
So it was like when I would see him
Shouts to Rock'em.
Shouts to Rock'em, my guy. But when I would see him do these like bring beats, it was like, this guy chose one, and it was like, he's like, I would be at his house, and he's like, I gotta choose the right beat. He's like, okay, which one should I put first? And he'd be sitting there banging. I'm like, oh, he's like, okay, no, I'm gonna
that
begin,
one
and
might
then
be for next round,
right? Yeah. Or you don't know what this dude's gonna come with. He might come super sampley and just murk it, and you're like, oh fuck, I have none with the sample. Or maybe they say no samples, it's supposed to be fresh. Like, so they have this whole thing when, like, with battle rap, it goes crazy to where you're like, I have to spit just these bars, and I can't sound like this or whatever. And it's the same shit with like the producers. You feel me? Like, yeah,
they all have their own little thing that they have to, like. I guess it's a little niche for each of them, you know. It's something that separates them.
It makes it to where like they don't ever have a voice, and that's their voice, and then they always
and it's
have.
up to us to say that's the one.
Yeah.
Because they're all thinking that's the one, or that's.
And there is no. It's always just like, oh, that beat was harder, but then you hear a track. The track always no one's battling with beat CDs really. They're putting people's lyrics on them, so you're hearing it, and the lyrics are taken away from what the beat is. So if you have a beat, like let's just say I heard, like, Kendrick is dope, but let's say I heard ADHD, old school Kendrick, from Section 80. Let's say I heard that beat and I heard the song. The song is dope. But I'm going to be, like, trying to sing that shit. I'm not. But if I hear that beat, there's going to be a certain little noise that's in there that I'm like, or like in a.
Like, where'd you get that?
Yes, or like I think it's for the love of money by Bone Thugs. There's this piano that's always going through the whole thing. Like, you don't. And when I had the single, I heard the instrumental, and that's when I heard. I was like, oh, there's so many noises in here that I'm not even hearing because of the lyrics.
Yeah, it gets overshadowed.
Right. So what you're doing is like you could actually start a beat battle.
Yeah, I've been asked to approach so many times, like so many people, even my crew, like they're like, so what up, man? We can do beat battle. I'm probably gonna end up doing.
No
one.
one's doing it.
Yeah.
And if they are, I don't know about it. Yeah. So they're not doing it.
Right? You know, and that's why it almost feels good to get approached about it, because we are being sought after as the crew to do it. You know, I know, like, a lot of people have. I see, you know, we're down with Beat Cinema. You know, they're part of the Grizzly State family. You know, the tree. And
we're giving people jewels right now. We probably should. I mean, but fuck them, bro.
Yeah, no.
You know, you're Mando the DJ.
Yes, sir.
No one else can make shit crack because you got, like. That's why I say, like, people's like, you got, don't say. I'm just like, man, I'm gonna make it crack regardless. But there are some things we won't talk about. You know what I mean? But that is something that has probably happened and has happened because I've been to them, but no one has, like, created it. And even if someone else was to start something, that's even better because you just be friends with them, you go hang out, and then and it's just like it just.
We spawned a lot of children.
I know. I've heard about it. I've been there. I've seen the names on the list. Some homes. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know.
I'll tell you what. Another little fucking gem. It's gonna sound whatever, but all the shit comes out of mostly my head. You know, all the lineups are 99.999 shit that I put together.
So who else?
4 years in a row.
Who else is a part of it?
Like our residents are Grizzly State mostly. Basically all of them are.
But so, who's like who says who gets on? Who says like?
I do basically.
Just you?
I'm the one who the lineups come out of. You know what I pull together.
Okay.
So unless there's somebody that like one of the homies comes and approaches and say, hey, my boy wants to fucking get down and
so it's just
beats and blah blah blah.
It doesn't even take a lot of people to do. It's just
It's fucking hard, man. To be honest, because every month is different, and I don't have the same artist play more than once a year. You know, because there is so many producers out there. I try, you know. Now it's been straying off of that because there are a lot of artists who come with some shit, you know, or somebody will have an album come out that just played 4 months ago. But for the first 3+ years, I had like, sorry guys, you know, you could only play once, and they would approach me like, hey man, let me get back on. I'm like, when did you play last? Fucking March. Shit. Talk to me next March. So again, it sounded like shit. A lot of people didn't understand why, but I would have a waiting list of fucking artists hitting me up saying the same thing. Let me get on. And if I only put my friends on, that's that home team shit. And there's a lot of people out there.
Yeah.
It's a free event. You know, I pay for it all mostly myself. I have a sponsor, you know, but put a little money down. And for the most part, it's what I could do. Like you said earlier, it's for the culture. You know, when you wrote that, I feel that because I don't fucking I don't charge at the door, you know. I've had some of the illest fucking artists out. I paid DiBiase X amount of dollars, flew him down here with his wife and shit.
Yeah, and I
Free
think
event.
also
Every time, you know, those are just the little things we do for the culture.
Right.
So,
No, that's
opportunities.
That's the best way to do it. And to be honest, it's like, you know, to put, like, it all depends. Like, to be also, if something dope comes in, it's also part of the culture to spread it out. Just like if let's say Monster was to be like, hey, Mando, we love what you're doing. We want our shit everywhere because you guys are bringing a gang of people. We're gonna bread you up, and you're gonna be like, well, now that these fools are coming in for free, just like when they blow up, they're looking out for me. Hey, dude, fucking there's 20. I got a fat bag. Here's 2,500, bro, because you've been down with me, and I know you're killing it. And or not even 25. I use that as an example. They're probably saying, Meltdown, you're a fucking psychopath. It's okay, but I'm just using this as an example, is to be like, if bread was to come in, you put it out. Like, I don't want people to take this literally, but you know, it's just,
that's exactly it.
If I'm gonna eat, let's all eat. You feel me? Like, and that's what I meant. And honestly, it's been making me feel a certain way because. Yeah. And it's because not because I've been running into friction or anything, but it's just more like I'm like, I don't know. I'm just in this crazy mind state right now where it's just like,
you have to be.
Like, if I show you an idea that's gonna be tight, and you're not down with it, and when this shit does get tight, stay the fuck away from me, bro. You can hit me up. I'll probably put you on, but stay the fuck away from me, bro.
I'm kind of the same guy. Like I try to help as many people as I can, and I give like my ideas,
if you have a
advice or anything I can think of. I try to open my books to everybody and let I don't want to hoard my food.
Right.
You know, so I try to help as many people as I can, like I said, by giving opportunities, even opportunities that I don't realize are opportunities, you know, and then come back.
Well, it's just what you're doing is an opportunity.
Absolutely.
You feel me? Because
I don't even make beats.
Yeah, but
I don't put my name on the flyers. I don't DJ the events. I got so many homies that are down and want to be a part of it. You know, we don't have to play every show that we do. My groups don't have to be on every show that I throw.
Right.
So, for me, it just helps to see. It feels better when I hear somebody say, "Hey, man, thank you, dog. You put me on my first event 5 years ago," and I'm like, "Oh, right. Really? You're killing it now." Are you serious? I didn't even think. I mean, you were killing it the first time I saw it.
I feel it like I understand what you're saying because it's the same thing with battle rap.
Absolutely.
You know, like it's the same thing with battle rap.
Choose who's going to be on these things, and you have to line up these lineups together and say, "Man, this is good. This dude's so slow on his tempo. He's not going to go well with this guy." So let me mix and match, and then you have to approach those same people and say, you have to approach those same people and say, "Hey, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to, I know I told you I'm going to put you on this, but I think you'll do better on the next show."
Right.
With this guy. And they'll be like, "Oh, well, who's on it?" You know, just trust me. Or I'll tell them who's on it, and they'll be like, "Oh, okay, thank you."
Well, it's because you're putting a spotlight on something that no one, like, you're like, unless you care, like, okay, the Drake album come out. I guarantee you, everyone talking about it is not talking about I don't even know the producers that are on it. But if they just came out a Scorpion instrumental album and it just said the producers, you'd be like, wait, what?
Yep.
That was Smoke Perp? Wait, that was and everyone's like, Meltdown. There he goes talking was commercial shit. I don't give a fuck, dude. Or Elusive, or like you said, DiBiase. You can go down that route. Like, you feel me?
And
like,
I had him play the first Fresh Produce because he was my favorite, and I had songs with him on some hip hop shit.
But does he have songs that are kind of big that people really don't know about, that he doesn't get shine for, and it feels like there's underrated because there's no spotlight? But
everybody loves all those old AC Alone tracks. Everybody loves.
There you go. Talk that shit.
Everybody loves all the old Dreamweaver stuff, but they don't really think that's Elusive's production still because he's doing so much work. He's out here now, still grinding, doing. It might not be the same kind of.
It was a
style.
different time back then.
Yeah, different style of music, but they were your favorite tracks back in the fucking early 2000s.
But what I'm saying is
Elusive's perfect example for that.
What I'm saying is that was knowledge you had on the top of your head. You couldn't just Google it and say, hey, what tracks is Elusive produced? Yeah. You have to know, like, just like you were. I did AC. I knew he did AC Alone. I knew he did the Dreamweavers, and then what else? What other ones did you say?
He did shit with Scarab. He did shit with like Murs and Living Legends.
Okay, so I knew about. Well, maybe I'm a hip hop. Like, if you were to go in the room right now and see the collection,
my vinyl weighs a ton, and I feel you.
I wish I don't have a vinyl because I'm not like that. I have CDs.
No, it's the same thing though, because it's an era.
Right.
It's a collector's thing that people don't know and respect anymore. So
yes,
it's the same thing.
I leave that. Well, actually,
I got tapes still. I like.
tapes.
I run it still.
Like my friend Mike Noriega, and shouts out to Mike. You know Mike Noriega? Yeah, shouts out to Mike Noriega, Bobby Medina, fucking George Miller Jr. All these dudes are collectors of the 45s, and I don't know what it is, but I love it so much. And then all I say is I don't know how to do what you guys do, but I need a mix.
Yeah.
Like, please put them up, and they have so many, and I love it just because you hear the pops. Like I admire it, but I've always been a man with words. I've never I respect it enough to be like, that's for you guys. You know, you feel me? Like I'll go to a party. I say, you got YouTube? I'm about to fuck you guys up. You know, I'll be a YouTube DJ, just pick songs and just make people feel good. But that's a skill. So let's jump into the DJing part. Have you been in a DJ battle? Like yourself?
I have back in the days, like when I first got into it, maybe, I don't know, 2002 or 3.
What starts it? Do you guys be like, oh, fuck this DJ, I'm the only one that's out here? Or like,
back then it was all vinyl, so it was a lot harder, you know.
So was it like a beef, or was it like something where you just caught each other at a party and you guys?
No, it was mostly the one I was.
It was set up.
Back then it was set up, and it was all homies against homies. So it was just, we were like laughing, like, get the fuck out of here.
Oh, so okay. So like what? But what I'm trying to understand, like, because I saw the famous DJ battle scene in Juice. Well, for me that was a famous DJ battle scene because you have Tupac in there and his homies right there scratching right before they did a fucking robbery. Homie ended up getting pulled down. You feel me?
DJ Scratch, a little knowledge on that shit. DJ Scratch did all the scratches for that.
DJ Scratch?
DJ Scratch, yeah.
The one who made the Scratch DJ?
Yeah.
I mean the Scratch DVD?
Yeah.
Okay. He did the actual scratches that they were using?
They were using that shit. Yeah, that Omar Epps used on that.
So the other ones were actual DJs. They were scratching themselves, but
actually, all the I just heard this on a podcast the other day, my Rap for a podcast. He had Omar Epps on it. He's talking about the scratching on that album, on that movie Juice, and he's like, yeah, I fucking basically, he just lip synced, you know, fucking what DJ Scratch did throughout the whole movie. So every scratch you hear, he basically just hand scratched it. Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy shit, huh?
That's crazy. That's epic.
Yeah, it is, dude. DJ Scratch is a super OG from New York. So
how did
battle rap though? Battle
like DJ battle. I'm trying to get into I'm trying to understand where does your mind go? Like what's the thing? Like is it the scratch? Like is it like
nowadays,
is that like
so
a
many
punch?
Different, yeah.
Like what does it equal? What I mean?
Kind of. It basically is like similar to battle rap. You know, it's punchline. You know, a lot of it. Growing up is different, you know. Again, it was a vinyl thing.
Right.
Now, I guess nowadays they got Serato and so many different tools you could use that I think the kid who won it last year was like 15 years old.
But is it still like
technology based now?
But what I'm saying is you know how they have like the stabs or whatever the fuck it is when you're scratching, like what are those like equal as punches?
No, those are all jabs.
Jabs.
Mostly.
So
almost everything that you see now, unless you're inventing some new shit.
It's all jabs.
It's all just basically fucking jabs. You know, you're getting the light combos if you're putting it into fighting terms. Because every battle DJ knows the basics. Everybody does the
fighting terms.
Fucking freshes. Everybody could do that shit. And so you have to do something different. You know, you have to like that 50-year-old kid, and he's doing some stuff that everybody could do, but he's doing it times 10. You know, and he's 15.
Damn.
So. Like I said, everybody could do the flares. Everybody could do the crab scratch bullshit. You know, everybody pretty much. But when you get into that, when you get into those kind of things where you're battling the world, you gotta come completely off the wall with some shit.
So that's like Qbert. I went to a Qbert set, and you know what was crazy? Is this dude was doing a set. I went there with my homie. I went there with Fro, my homie Carlos Baca. I was right there with him. Yeah, I went there with him, and he was right there. He was like handing out, he was throwing fucking vinyls out, like rare vinyls out. And he threw one, and I was like, that'd be dope if he threw one, and I caught it. This fool threw that shit, and I jumped and I grabbed it, and some guy grabbed it too, and I just yanked it out of his hand like, that's mine. And I put it under my arm, like I just held it under my armpit, and I was like looking around like all huddled over like fucking Smeagol, and I was just like looking around like no one got this. Fro's like, give it to me. You're not even a DJ. I was like, fuck you. No,
you don't understand though. That's Qbert.
I believe in energy passing. I believe in.
It's dope.
Because there's so many people could be anywhere in the world, and you can be wanting to do anything else in the world. It's just when you're at a location, the same location as somebody at the same time, and you interact in some type of way. that's the universe. That's
Absolutely.
energy passing.
Absolutely.
You feel me?
That's a great way to put it.
It is, because I remember right before this event that we did at the Comedy Store. I'm gonna say this because
Congrats on that, by the way. It's
thank
huge.
you, dude. Thank
Huge
you,
as
man.
fuck.
Thank you. I appreciate that. But right before that, Modoc. Shout out to Modoc. Love you, man.
Yes, sir. Shouts.
He was he hit up Rogan and he was like, "Hey, dude, we're doing." You know, he just walked up on him and was like, "Hey, man." He knows Rogan, but Rogan is big. You know, like everyone probably, you know, right there is like spoken with him. He's a cool dude, but he's been around. Modoc's been around there for a while, so he's interacted with him a couple times. So he walked upon him and was like, "Hey, we got this and this going on. Would you want to be interested?" He's like, "Man, I can't, man, but good luck."
Yeah.
You know, good luck with that, guys. Or he told him good luck or something like that.
Yeah.
And then I took that as like, Joe Rogan gave us his luck.
That's energy passing. Yeah.
That you don't just, what the fuck, Joe Rogan will walk up to this random good luck, man, or he probably might. But that's like, I feel good energy off that certain people, and there's like, you are who you keep around yourself, and you don't have to actually know somebody. I listen to podcasts all day, so I feel like I'm around millionaires all the time.
I listen to podcasts all day. I do construction, and that's what's in my head because I want to learn something every
Right.
single day.
Me too. I'm a driver, so I've been like Amazon. Right now, I'm just doing just always driving. So podcast is like, it's my thing, and I laugh. I like being in a good mood. I'll listen to Rap Radar. I'll listen to the Drink Champs. I'll listen to Rogan, Joey Diaz, Ari Shaffir, Bert Kreischer. I go down the rabbit hole.
I'm all caught up in that whole crew right there.
The tinfoil hat.
Tinfoil hat, man. I love tinfoil
Yes.
hat. Even this past weekend, Theo
Yes.
Von's great.
And even Chris D'Elia's.
Chris D'Elia's.
Congratulations.
All his
Bobby
babies.
Lee's.
I love that one too.
Yeah.
Bobby Lee's his great.
I just,
Tiger Belly.
Yes, and that's why like I was really.
Fighter and the Kid. Shouts to that
Yes,
shit.
shout to the fighter.
Shit.
I love Brian Callen. He was like, these guys are.
The Brian Callen show. He's got his own now again. So
He does, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Where's that on? I haven't been.
it's on all the shit. It's just called the Brian Callen show.
Oh my god, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he had some great people already on, dude. It's been on for a minute.
Oh my god, what am I doing? I honestly thought, because I watched I like Brennan Schaub. I like their interaction together, so I think that was just enough for me. But now knowing that, you just fucked my world up.
Big Brown.
Hi, mama.
I love the Big Brown breakdown.
Right? Stay inside.
Shouts to podcast listeners. You know, I've been into podcasts for a long time, but you know.
Sorry, guys, that was my daughter.
I try to. No worries. I've been doing podcasts for a long time, and I try to hit my boys to them for years, and now they're big. A lot of people are talking about it, but I feel like it's a good thing, you know, because it's spreading the word.
Well,
people need to know knowledge. You know, that's why I like Rogan's, because he doesn't have just meatheads on there. When I tell people about it, they're like, "Oh, I don't even watch UFC, bro. I don't fucking care." He has doctors and shit on there. He has really, really smart people, because he's a really smart dude with a lot of depth. And I like to think that I'm a pretty smart guy with a lot of depth. So for me, it fits right in.
You're smart, dude.
Thank you, man.
With a lot of depth. That's why I have you on, man. Like I'm not just like, ooh. I actually sipped through that, and I was like, that list. But there's a lot of people that I respect, and I feel like, not that the IE doesn't have a lot of shine on it, but I feel like I have, I just feel like I want to know, and there's a lot of stuff in the IE that it's crazy. I get more love out here than when I mob through LA, like actual, like people recognizing me. I'm mobbing it through fucking Walmart and stuff like that. And people are like, "Hey, can I take a picture?" Or, "Hey, you're Mel Thine." I'm getting in and out. Some dude's like, "Mel Thine, what the fuck you doing out here?" I fucking live out here now, dude. What the fuck, man? And it's insane. Not that I don't get no love out there, but what I'm saying is, I just feel like, everybody's like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Bro, let's bridge the gap."
Because we're not fucking pretentious and stuck up.
You guys don't go, you guys don't feel like the need to go out there, and I feel like that you guys have your own, it's like its own world out here.
You know why though? This is when I hear that statement, I think it's because we did go out there for so long.
Break that down, Drew.
Yeah,
because you're probably a lot.
Yeah,
you're a little bit older than me.
Yeah, I'm probably a lot older than you. I'm 41. So
okay, I'm 32.
Okay, word. So back in the days, we have to travel out there to go see shit. Everything was out in LA or, LA County, Orange County, shit like that. So once we started getting our name, I guess you could say, and people started recognizing there was another place out here instead of just the sticks. I still battle with this with the events, when I book people or try to get fucking fans to come out when they ask, like, well, where you guys at? Riverside. Fuck, way out there. I'm like, okay, for my friends that know me and see me around and we're in the same fucking events all the time that are in LA or Orange County. You see us out here all the time, right? You see us travel to fucking Orange County or LA to rock shows just as many weekends as you guys do.
I see a lot at the Comedy Store, dude.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of guys from like if you Kill Tony.
Yeah, I love Kill Tony.
A lot of guys are from the IE, dude.
Yeah, all the time, dude. And it's because, like I said, there wasn't shit to do. So we didn't end up going out there. And then eventually we started doing our own shit out here, and people were recognizing out here, and they're like, oh, well, like I said, you seen me and you met me out in L.A. because we put in the work and went out to L.A. So now just come and fuck with us out here and see what it's about. Eventually we build our names. There's a lot of dope-ass artists out here that are doing shit. Huge artists now. You know, even to the homies. Like I always use, like Noah James and MC Life as examples. Shout out to
both those dudes.
Exactly. Doing
Respect both you, man.
Big things.
I respect both you, man.
And I remember when we all came up together, and I seen how they grew up, and I seen how hard it was to get booked. And I remember, fuck it, they did their own shit. And if you don't want to book me out there, I'm just do my own shit out here. Start booking all you guys. And then they come out, and then there was a big, like a push through all the. It was like an era a few years back where everybody just started linking with each other. They had some LA like Vel and Rockham, and you know I would see. You know, I remember seeing Satire at the Common Ground, you know, and seeing like knowing Noah put that together.
Right.
Like, they're coming out here now. L.A. is coming and fuck with us out here. And now our venues and our events and Fresh Produce and Sunny Days and Vibes, and when Life is throwing on those heavy, and the Common Ground, when Noah's throwing those at his venue. We all had 3 different events, 3 different places that people fucked with. So it wasn't really hard to book people because it was starting to get on the map. But like it all started, we got known out in L.A. We went and put our work in out there, so I felt like we deserved your guys' attention out here. So just fucking try us.
Right.
And
well, I lived in San Gabriel Valley, like West Covina. So
yeah.
I only lived in LA, East LA, when I was a kid and I was growing up, and I would go back and forth. So for me, it was like, still, I kind of felt the same way. So I was kind of in the middle. You feel me?
San Gabriel's right there. It's like near Pomona and shit.
Right.
It's not that far.
No. And so like I've always like didn't know. Only thing I knew about out here hip hop wise was because I was still trying to get my stripes. So like LA, everyone feel it's brainwashing the people that's where it's at and to go out there. But there's also like, you know, when they did like paid dues and Rock the Bells. I was out here in San Bernardino.
That's what I'm saying.
You feel me?
I was about to say that statement next.
Yes. So that's when everybody was like, wait, what? It's because everybody wants, like out here, like it's kind of like this is like certain places are not LA. Everyone goes there to live. No one goes out there. Like there's no. That was my washing machine, so don't worry about that. Fucking stay clean. You feel me? We stay fresh like the produce. But like, so it was more just like people just didn't really like understand it, because it was like you're not just gonna walk to a random town or city or whatever and try to find some hip hop shit. You're gonna go where you know shit's cracking.
Absolutely.
So I feel like you were probably one of the bigger influences, and Noah James, and like who else would you, like MC Life?
Yeah.
You know,
there was a lot of heads back in the days, you know. Shout out even to like all the way down to like Super Crew and those guys.
Well, it just takes
Battle Monkeys and OG breakdancers that put our area on the map. You know, and now it just spawned into a lot of shit. There was a lot of art going on out here, heavy. A lot of dope artists, a lot of dope crews came out of here, and a lot of, you know, I even see it when people say, "Oh, it's funny." Like at least every 5 months you'll see a post on social media and it'll be like, "Isn't it funny when people from IE say they're from LA because they moved out there?" Like, yeah, dude, that happens a lot. People don't fucking claim that shit. But there's certain ones that you can't help but not notice. And I like to think that Grizzly State and the shit we do and all our events and all the art that we've put together over the years is
Vision's been putting it down for a long time. He battled Disaster back in the
day.
Dude, people don't understand.
And you know what?
Man battled Disaster.
I get on him about that all the time, like, dog, and he goes, "Wow, man, I didn't really care about that." And I go, "But imagine if you did. You're a monster.
You battle the best in the world, and gave him a run for his money."
Yeah. And people, that's got.
I respected him after that,
shit, bro. And he walks around, and people, I'm with him. That's my boy in my same crew, and I fucking love that dude. That's my brother, and I get hyped for him when I see how like jazz people are to meet him, and I go, "Fucking care a little more, dog. This dude is jockeying you not because you're fucking dope, but because you're dope in his eyes. Like,
Yeah.
he's like, oh shit, that's Vision who battled Disaster, and he's just all whatever. Dog. Oh, nice to meet you. I'm like, nah, that shit really matters to people, dude. So.
Yeah, no, that's a big thing, man.
Just a little word to everybody out there: care for your art. Dude. Give a fuck about
or
your
care for where you came from, and embrace that of who you are. I embrace that shit like it's my badge of honor.
Absolutely.
You know, I still have like I people know I don't work for King of the Don anymore, but I still got that shit tatted on me, and I'm never gonna cover it. So everyone says cover that shit. I'm gonna tell you, fuck you. I'm not covering that shit.
That's crew. That's where you came from.
Those are my guys, bro. That's the best times of my life. You know what I'm saying? So like it's the same way. Just like when someone comes from the IE, you go out there. And if I find out you're from the IE and you're talking some funny shit, stay the fuck away from me, man.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Rep your shit, man, because it's a beautiful... I'm out here now, dude. And I rep IE when I go out there. That's where I live at now, dude. You feel me? So, like, I'm from where I'm at, but I'm from San Gabriel Valley, West Covina. I'm going to say I'm from West Covina, but I live in Riverside. I'm not afraid of it. Don't be afraid of who you are, because there's a bunch of dope shit out here. There's a bunch of dope... But what I was going to say, though, is it takes somebody like you to really understand what you have out here and like Noah James and like MC Life to be like, you know what? We don't have to go out there. Absolutely. I'm going to figure out a way to make people want to come out here. And then you got the fucking music sessions. You got the people are like, wait, I can get this many girls with this much? You know, it's just like, bro, I'm telling you.
It's just things that can be done.
And
bridges gaps.
But it bridges gaps is what you do is it's like setting a little trap with some food. And they come and they eat. And then now it's just like, I got you. You see all this other shit we got over here? Like, you fools are over here doing some funny shit. See, you come eat. You can eat that shit here all day, too, bro. You don't have to just be over there fighting over shit. You can come out here, too. And that's really what it took. And to show that, it's like, wait, I feel like I'm at my home right now. Absolutely. This is tight. I don't mind. Like, Lush. Shout out to Lush. He hosts the music sessions every Friday with Smokey Martinez. He drives out here. Before he would be like, man, that's too far east. Like, people don't want to travel. You feel me?
Exactly. It goes back to what I was saying.
It goes back to that shit. But now it's like it's undeniable because
you can't help but come fuck with us.
Well, it's 2018 now, dude. The game is changing. It's not the same as like, you know, you're gonna go rock.
Gas prices get higher.
Well, you better do it now before shit starts blowing up and the waiting list is like fucking 5 years or you got to know somebody to get on. Exactly. Just like in battle rap, you know, people say, well, you don't fuck with us. And it's like, bro, I can't just keep booking you and you keep fucking up this opportunity because you're taking 20 battles everywhere else and then you get mad at me because I can't put you on. I have a fucking long list of dudes that could be a disaster that could end up somewhere else because I'm not paying attention to them. It's like you
same thing with Fresh Pros.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say earlier, but I got carried off. I wanted to say I feel you on that because I go through that shit all the time.
It's all in your head.
It's all in your head and it's all in their head too. They think that they deserve something when it's just like, bro, when you get that opportunity, you better fucking smash, or you better use that as an opportunity to move and get other shit. Yeah. Or
I used to hold grudges, man. I'd be like, fuck this. I know, I get it. People have shit to do. It's on a Thursday night, blah blah blah. But I let you know we agreed on this a month ago, 2 months ago, whatever. And I try to say there's a fucking waiting list of hungry niggas out here that want to get down, dude. And sorry, but if you don't show up, then I'm not going to hit you back, bro. I'm not going to call you back for a while. And
you get blackballed.
Some people don't care.
You get
some
blackballed.
People realize and some people don't care. But for me,
that's what I call it. Yeah. You get blackballed.
You know, I've gone and let people do their second tour if they do fuck up the first time. And I do not forget any of this shit. So... And I don't really want to hold a grudge, but it's, you know, I guess subconsciously you got to, because there is a lot of people that want that opportunity.
Well, you gotta do it for the right reasons. It got to be like, hey, dude, like, I don't have time for it, because it's not like you're just like, fuck, like, you could be like, fuck you, get out of here, but it's just like, because I'm that same way too. If you don't show up to an event, you know, there's good battlers that don't show up, and then I just be like, all right, well, just when you ask me for a plate, I'm not going to give it to you.
That's exactly the way I work.
You know, because I have people who take that opportunity. Put it like this: I did a battle event in I think it was Fresno, and people say, oh, I didn't show up to my battle because of this, and you know, fucking understand it, bro. The homie came through with a bullet. He got blasted, shot in his leg. He's limping. They just took the bullet out. He just got out the hospital like a day before. His name's A.B. Hoggish. He came and he battled with a bullet. Blasted in his leg, still, like, I think he even showed me the bullet wound where it was still fresh, bro. I think the bullet might have still been in there, to be honest. and he came through and battled. So I don't want to hear shit. If you guys don't show up, then that just shows me where you're at with it. But at the end of the day, I don't even think about it that far. It's just like I just push it out of my head and I just keep moving. That's just I don't put negative energy in it. It's just like
there's no reason to. You got to just
keep it moving.
People have situations, certain ones, but there's also ones that are like no call, no show.
You'll know it, because you deal with people so much. You'll know like when someone's being disrespectful or when they're jerking your chain or whatever the fuck, But that's that's also the name of the game too, And that's why I used to take it personally, but I really don't anymore. It's just more just like if I think like my guy Billy Boondocks, he didn't show up to the battle event, but I didn't take it personal. Come battle again, but there's other people where I just start seeing how they move after, and it's just like, all right, well, I'm gonna keep it pushing, and when this shit takes off,
I don't need you.
Well, yeah, it's just we're gonna be having too much fun to even think about you. Yeah. Sorry, dude. I'm not even thinking about it, and they shouldn't be thinking about it either. We should just see each other and be like, oh, what's cracking, bro? Keep it moving. And a lot of these, and a lot of the guys that probably do that, not really tripping about their career at that possible moment too.
Yeah, and they don't think it's really anything. That's the thing. Like where I was going back to, should I say, division? Shout out to my boy. It's because you have opportunities and certain things that you just don't realize are in front of you. And people really love your work more than you do until somebody comes up and puts that in, and they'll be like, "Dude, you're my favorite batter." Like, what? How the fuck do you even hear about me? I live in Riverside.
People have told him that they're his favorite.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've been around him where people are just like, "What?" Amazed. I've seen him. He amazes me. He amazes everybody. And then we'll walk away and just be like, Nah,
that's how.
Dog, you really fucking killed that shit right there. And he's like, I didn't care, But now he's so much better because of it. I think.
Well, you know why I think?
Come around and he's killing this shit, and it's all easy.
Well, it's just hard. Like there's certain, like the way the battle game works is there's certain spots that's where you get made. Yeah. And if you're not branded a certain way, or you don't look a certain way, or you don't sound a certain way, then you're never gonna get on those, and you don't get plates. And to somebody like that has battle diz, and he's not feeling. I'm speaking for you, Vision. I love you, dude. Like I'm just trying to look at the game and figure out. I want you to love this shit again, because. I mean, you hit me up for plates, and now we doing this comedy shit. You would fit perfectly in there. You feel me?
Fuck yeah.
So you know what I'm saying? Like that's
fucking be hilarious on that shit.
So that's why I'm doing this for people like us. And I'm like, fuck, I want to say it so bad, but I can't. But let me just say that it's gonna be a time where motherfuckers are gonna be able to get the plates that they want. And then the people who weren't giving them the plates, you guys better have a very good fucking backup plan of why you're not giving a lot of these fools out here plates. Because guess what? Let's just say I'm about to open a restaurant, my guy.
Yes, sir.
And it's on some... we're getting it, bro. So that's all I'm going to say about that. About what's cracking. But what I'm saying now is that I feel that he wants to get these plates and get that recognition because he's battled one of the greatest, and the people that will give him a plate, it's not that appetizing, and that would bother me. You feel me? So I'm telling you this now, Vision. The game is gonna change because really it was like.
We're going to feed your big ass.
Yeah, man, we're going to feed your big ass. I'm telling you that with love. I don't know you like that to call you that, but I'm just saying that, dude. If that made you mad, just punch me in the skull when you see me or give me a hug. Because I'm going to make sure that not just you or like, I'm not putting no favoritism. I'm just sending this out into the atmosphere, into the podcast world, universe, that let's just say this. I'm going to be doing that comedy shit. We're going full force. I'm going to say this right now. September 8th at the Haha Cafe. Ooh. We're fucking exclusive right now. I mean, you're going to end up hearing about it anyways. And a lot of, half of you fucking pieces of shit are not even going to listen to whatever the fuck I got to say, or you thinking I'm bullshitting, whatever the fuck. Doesn't matter. September 8th at the Haha Cafe, Northern Hollywood. It is going down. Yes, and guess what?
Going down.
Epic 9 Nova, he's a part of it. Lush One. He is a part of it. Cali Smooth, he is a part of it. My guy John Black, other J Smooth, my fucking homie LA Cool, even Mando the DJ, whoever the fuck, Vision, like, I'm just saying this to put it out there to say, welcome home, gentlemen. We're gonna get it lit. And you might be like, Melthine's just talking crazy. He's just making some shit up. And I'm not even putting it out there to stunt. I'm just doing it because it pains me.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what? You best believe we're going to be doing some of these big events over here in the IE. You better fucking believe that shit.
We got lots and lots of venues and lots of down
I got
people,
my guy
lots
Epic.
of fans.
I'm saying this right now. Shout out to my guy Epic. He's
That's the homie.
I'm gonna see him a little bit later today. We're gonna be putting together this fucking card. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are not even. This is not even live yet. So I'm saying this now because by the time you hear this, we would have already have put together this card. We can do that shit in a day. So when you hear this, which is gonna be in a couple of days, or maybe tomorrow, maybe tonight, I don't know. I might feel froggy and just release it. You know, this is a very good interview, and we're gonna jump back into it.
Don't worry.
I feel like that Vision thing really put me in the mode, and I'm drinking coffee. I smoked that joint, and I'm like, you know what, Vision? Like, it made me feel that I need to say this to all people in the game who feel like they're not getting that food.
And you see the people that deserve it. You know, you see how talented, like you said, you going back to the disaster battle he did. That's just something that he did years and years and years ago before me and him really even hung out.
Right.
You know, we're in fucking crews together now. We got fucking songs together, and we're in bands and the shit.
Is that how you heard about him?
No, we knew,
or you knew each other.
It's funny as hell. We met each other at like raves and hip hop shows in LA or
he's
big
crazy
events,
like
and I didn't even know he was from LA or IE at all. I just seen him around. We'd always be like, "What up?" in the same ciphers and circles and shit. And then one day I seen him in Corona like Fridays. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing out here? We're both outside on the phone and shit or something. I'm like, what's up, dog? What are you doing out here? He's like, I live right here in La Sierra. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Just started linking up, doing music together, and then one day he hit me up to do some scratches. I think it was for EQ and Pause 1 track.
Oh.
Yeah, and I just came down and did some cuts for it at his crib, and we just started throwing down hella music that whole summer or whatever it was. We just started doing mad music together and like chilling heavy and just turned into some shit, you know.
And that's how you guys made, that's Grizzly State, right?
No, that's Giants music right there.
Giants. Okay, so break that down, man. I think people should
Good
know
ideas
that. Giants
are never the same.
Grizzly State.
Yeah, Grizzly State is,
Good ideas are never the same. That's what Giants stands for?
Giants is, it's an acronym for good ideas are never the same.
Nice.
Giants music. Shouts out to Swift Diction. Hold your head, dog. Locked down.
He's locked up right now?
Yeah, he's locked up right now, but he'll be out.
We'll put it like this. I got a distribution deal with the prison system, so these podcasts are going to get in there. So shouts out to I don't know where is he in prison?
I'm not exactly sure where he's at right now,
okay.
but
we don't put his business out there. I'm just saying this right now. Motherfuckers are going to hear this everywhere, dude.
Yeah, big shouts to Swift Diction, dog. That's my boy
Shouts
right
out,
there.
bro. Hold your head, man.
Yes,
so,
sir.
okay, Swift Diction.
Swift Diction, OS1, Vision, and myself, the DJ.
Nice.
But that's one of the music groups we have on there. But Grizzly State, we're like a multimedia art and music collective. So we do all our own shit. We make all our own gear. We put out our own music, distribute it all. We get mostly our own artwork done. But if we do reach out for shit, it's like we try not to go low. You know, a lot of our shit's been done like say AWOL per se or. You know, we've Menso one. You know, we've had some good.
You just brand yourself really well. You guys are branding yourself.
We do it. We're do-it-yourself entity. I would say do-it-yourself organization. We try to keep our shit as many things as we could do ourselves without having to outsource. Is basically what we're known for.
Well, that's the best way to do it, and that's how you become stronger, and then you learn how to build a brand. You learn how to build how you market yourself. Yeah. Like, do you want to market yourself like this? Do you want to market yourself like that? And a lot of people don't even think about that, and it just happens randomly sometimes. But that's MCs coming up. That is a fucking high standard. You guys better start doing that shit because I've seen a lot of weird ass shit.
I always say that your brand is everything because even if you have somebody in your crew. Even if you have a friend wearing a Grizzly State shirt per se, we've had this happen. You know, some fucking lops out there doing some scumbaggery in our shit, and they know that people around our town. It's a small town. Everybody sees who hangs out with who, and whether or not it's somebody that's officially part of the crew or not, they'll just say, "Oh, somebody from Grizzly State was blah blah blah, and they did this." And then I hear about it. Hey man, your boy fucking stole some shit. And I'm like, what? That's barely my boy, you know?
Yeah.
But we get those kickbacks because we are a strong crew and we have our city locked down. We got a lot of things in the area locked down and outside the area. But
Well, when I think of the IE, I think of you guys. I think of Vision. I think of Fresh Produce. I think of like, and that's just me. So like when I came out here, even Epic, like when he's doing the battle scene, I respect what he was doing with the IE Vol. So when I come out here, like I make sure to have interactions with people just so. You know, I mean, it's just like I said. It's we're doing like it's all hip hop is one big community, and we have the big brothers up there that are like fucking all the famous dudes, and then we got the ones who are other brothers who passed away, like Pac, Biggie, and all of them. I never knew them, but those are part of our family tree.
That's
and now
tree,
here,
man.
and now here we are, and there's certain people that you got to get in the in crowds. It's just like life, you feel me? And there's people like that I've ran into, like a Cannabis, or like even though they're all wacky and doing crazy shit, it's they came, we interacted, and it's crazy. And you know where I started getting the love back again was going to the Comedy Store, dude.
There you go.
Is seeing the comedians.
It's amazing.
Dude, fools move from fucking different states, sleep in their fucking car, homeless, go up there and say, hey, my wife left me last week, and fuck that bitch, you know? You know
5-minute open mic bullshit.
Yes, dude. And like if you hear Kill Tony, the guy that's on there now, Malcolm Hatchett, shout out to Malcolm Hatchett. He came and he did a stand up set at the event we had at the Battles in the Belly Room. He asked, he was like, bro, I'm like, this is Malcolm Hatchett. He's killing it on the biggest comedy pod, like live Joe Rogan, things like that. But as far as like stand up set, I've never heard of that before. He's the biggest dude. He's killing it. He's funny. Reminds me of Mike Epps. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I love him, you know? And he came, he was like, can I do a set? I got my boy right here. He want to do a set too. Both of you guys? I was like, yeah, dude. And then, you know, like, Tony Hinchcliffe was on the fucking judge panel.
I love Tony Hinchcliffe, by the way. He came down to Riverside and when Joe Rogan played at the Fox, and he opened up for him.
The one that just happened, right?
Yeah.
Fuck, man, I know.
Dude, I love that.
I was gonna buy those tickets, but they were pretty steep. You know,
they're a good price, but
it's worth it to hear Joe Rogan for an hour.
That's what I say whenever we throw events, man. Like, look, we got these dope ass artists right here, and you say that this is one of your favorites forever, but he's in your city now, and you don't fucking show up. That's some bullshit.
100%.
I get it if you don't have the cash, whatever. But if it's a show that's been planned for
months, if you have bread and you're out there fucking wanting to go to a bar, just go to it.
That's why I always, again, not to go off course with that shit, but I do appreciate when I see some people that, like yourself, when you came out. I don't even know if you were living here yet when you came out to that event.
No, I wasn't. I stayed over here. I just came like crashed, but I'm hungry.
You have to be.
I love it. I love meeting people because at the end of the day, I believe in the best things in life happen when you don't plan for it. Like if you're saying, I'm going to plan, I'm going to do this, like you're never, like it might happen for you, but for me, like I'm not the luckiest person in the world, but I have gotten good luck by just going and talking to people and being a fucking friendly person.
And being approachable.
Because you never know who you're talking to. And that's not what you should be looking for in life, but you meet some very good people and that's what I learned coming out here. I was like, man, I think that was the first time me and you really actually really chopped it up. And I didn't even really know. I was like, which one are you? And
I remember
like,
I was looking at the message earlier, though, like on the DMs from back in the day that we interacted with, and it said, I'm not sure exactly. I don't remember what you look like.
Yeah, the thing I have a horrible problem is I think I just found out is I have like face blindness or something.
No, but honestly, I think you knew vision better. So I just booked you through the whole the event, in Grizzly State shit.
There's people that there's like certain like him or my daughter, but then there's people where like I'll remember that I'm supposed to know that I'm like. They're like, dude, I'm this. And I look at them. Oh, yeah, you are. Yeah. That is fucking you, dude. Oh, shit, man. It's like my mind does not allow. There is something like that where some people's brains where they have so much shit, whether it's stress or work or whatever. It's just like your mind only can hold a certain capacity.
Yeah, Joe Rogan said 150 names.
Yeah, I'm saying it horrible. I don't even know what podcast it was, or else I would direct you to there. But he said something.
Joe Rogan
150 names. Face blindness. Yeah. And when I heard him say that, I was like, really? I was like, I think I have that problem because there's times where I'm somewhere and I'm like, what's up, dude? Good to meet you. He's like, dude, I met you a couple times. And I'm like, oh, fucking shit. I met Mr. Grimm. Fucking the famous song, dude. I didn't even know who he was. He's like, what's up, man? I think
he played yesterday at the Summertime in the LBC.
Really?
Yeah, the Dove Shack and the Mr. Grimm and all that
Oh, shit, man. I didn't even, what was that, an event?
Yeah, Summertime in the LBC is like a giant concert.
Oh, I think I've heard. I think I was seeing something
the
about
homies from the Funk Freaks were holding down the stages in between. So.
And you hold it down too for the observatory. You do a lot of shit out there too.
Yeah,
right?
we've done a fuckload of events there, man. I've been.
And you DJ for some big.
Yeah.
I think you've even DJed for us a couple once.
Yeah, for sure. I played for you guys a few times. I've been blessed to be in the opportunities to get asked to DJ for some good names, and it's only because of the work I did. I'll honestly say that. It's
You're
not because I'm
hungry,
a cool
dude.
guy or nothing. I just stay in my lane, you know. And I remember getting asked by certain heads to be like, "Hey man, you want to play? Can you play some Drake and shit?" And I'd be like, "Nah, man, I don't fucking even have that. I don't even have it." So
Yeah.
you booked me because you knew what I played. So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do what I do, and people are gonna like it. Trust me. But I don't know what the fuck you're thinking. You want this other guy to put his controller on? Go ahead, bro. But I don't feel bad at all.
Right.
You're still gonna fucking pay me when you're gonna pay me.
Right. Oh shit. Everybody's calling me for this URL shit, but I'm not going to that shit.
Yeah, man. I definitely have. You know, and there's a lot of good homies that I've made off of events, and you know, even some of my favorite artists of all time. You know, dude, I DJ'd for Nice and Smooth and shit, and Dana Dane, and multiple times. And
Damn.
when did their tour out here, and
You're all dropping the beat off, and they're doing shit a cappella, bringing
you know
it back
what's the crazy
on.
shit? When you said that and dropped the beat off, I DJ'd for Keith Murray at Back to Basics, and we did that tour weekend too with him. And he mobbed around with us. Like, we chilled with the dude. Life took him to the mall. Walk around Riverside Mall and shit. And
Murray,
yeah, and he's just
wow.
mad. This is sound fucked up. He's just mad New York, fucking don't give a shit kind of guy.
What? Have you seen the battle?
Oh,
That he
yeah.
did with Fragile
It's just-
Star?
No, listen. This was the week after that battle,
Pushing
dog.
this fool?
This is the week after that battle. He came out to Riverside with us.
Oh, that would have been a podcast
It was,
stream.
oh my, I wish we had that.
I
going
know.
on.
Fuck.
But I learned a lot that weekend.
What did he say?
It's the craziest.
Did you ask him?
Oh yeah, we
What
talked
did he
about it.
say?
He didn't give a fuck. He said he took some pills. He was sick, and he took like some antihistamine because he had like a cold, and he drank some like couple shots. And
He probably took a
just fucked him
heavy
up.
antihistamine.
He said he was fucked up, dog. Like he was like
He
slurring
probably took
words
some,
kind
like-
of things. He goes, "My nigga, you know I ain't gonna lose that shit. You know lyrically, fucking, I'm gonna smash that kid." And then it was like, yeah, he's just barely a little bit older than me. Like that Most Beautifulest Thing song came out when he was 19 years old. So he was a little kid when that shit happened.
But Keith Murray is
Keith
a
Murray,
monster. I have his album in the room right
You
now.
wanna know
I have,
some
I have
gold?
I think Enigma in the room
I got
right now.
gold on that kid. Like, we hung out so hard that weekend. He's a fucking maniac. Him and Swift Diction got in a fight.
But like not.
They fucking fist fight, and Keith Murray is such an asshole idiot. He walked up to Swift and put his arm around him, like, and they like scuffled a little bit before this. This is hilarious. I've been waiting to say this on some podcast shit.
Nice. Exclusive.
Shouts to my boy Swift.
Shouts out to Swift.
We did a show, right? And I'm DJing for him. This is in Riverside. Little warehouse cut. And after the show, we're all just chiefing outside or whatever, drinking, and fucking there's only a few people around. And Swift and him got in an argument. They started battling, like freestyle battling and shit. And for some reason, they were like got in each other's faces going at
This
it.
is going bad.
And I was still just putting my gear away. I was just way away, like not really paying attention. And one of the homies comes up and he's like, "Hey man, these fools are getting like pretty heavy. You might want to go step in between them." You know, I walk out there and Swift's is saying something, and he started like, you know, he's got a little lisp or something, whatever, and he's gleeked on his face. And Keith Murray fucking got mad. They scuffled a little bit. We separated them. Keith Murray, I think Life took him to the car. And Swift is over here, like, in the corner, huffy and puffy, and pretty pissed off. And Keith Murray walks back, like, "My bad, dog, my bad. I'm sorry, man." And he walks up and puts his arm around him, like, kind of like the homie hug thing.
Yeah.
And then he just fucking bit him in the face.
Oh,
He bit
shit.
Swift on the cheekbone.
Hard?
Hard, and then just kind
Did
of
he
ran
draw
away.
blood?
And I'm a little bit. Like,
Oh,
he just left a little mark, like... And he
I'm
fucking
sorry.
walked away. Yeah, just
Little
like that,
vampire.
dog. But he skipped away. I got him, dog. And he walked, like, skipped right past me. And right when he did that, like, Swift just rushed him, and a couple other homies got on him. And they were fucking fighting Keith Murray on the floor right in front of me, dog. I swear to God.
Oh my God! You were like, that's
And
Keith
like
Murray.
Greaseball was there, and fucking the homie Vic. Shouts to the homie Victor. Life. We had to break him up, you know, and we jumped in between there. I believe Swift's lady was in there, fucking getting down, swinging on Keith Murray. Like, it was hilarious,
Wow.
dude. It was fucking gold. And we finally separated him. And Keith Murray got in the car.
At that point, it was
still
probably
had
like
to DJ
tripped
for
out.
him the next day.
Oh.
Swift's in my crew. He's in charge. We just opened up. Like, this nigga knew that we were like, that's my boy and shit.
So you guys were probably twisted though.
I wasn't.
Well, not you, but they were probably
Yeah.
blasted.
Yeah. Keith Murray just don't care, dog. I see that whole weekend. Like I said, it was funny as hell. I had DJ Back to Basics, huge fucking event at the observatory. Like Necro, everybody, Hyro, fucking Limit, everybody, Dilate, everybody. And it's Keith Murray come back. It's the most beautiful thing, anniversary and shit. And I had to, you know, like you said, the whole reason you brought this up because you were saying the start-stop shit. Like, that's his whole steez, dog. He's like the first night I killed it. So he's like, oh, dog, this is going to be great. You get on the Observatory stage.
Because that just sends chills. When someone just drops it at the right time, like, shouts out to Spock, man. Spock.
Yeah, Spock's dope.
That's my DJ, you know? So every time, like, I'm sitting there, he just goes, and I'm like, I want to just start murdering it.
And
he
Keith
just
Murray
brings
knows that
it back
about
in.
himself, so he like literally
He's
wants
lyrical, and there's certain parts where it's like when the beat drops, it just sends a chill because you're just hearing them fucking fire.
For him, it's every 2 bars. For him, he's like, and he wants me to do it like right then, every fucking 2 bars, and just know it. And I don't know all his songs, to be honest, so it was just like, I'm just going off of my art, you know, how I knew how to, my cadences with artists whenever. And for me, that's why I realized like I'm separating me from a lot of other people, is because I was getting asked to do those shows based on those kind of things, like professionalism and knowing how to take commands and understand like how these rappers work, bro.
Was it like big? Was like Keith Murray shit? Was it like because you did a couple shows with them, right?
Yeah.
Was it
like 2 or 3?
Like how was he treated? Like where people were like, oh shit,
treated like royalty, dog. Like people were I remember, as a matter of fact, I'm pretty sure this.
Does he still get breaded up? Like not to put his business out there.
Yeah, like, I'm sure he does. But again, this was
nice.
The week after that fucking battle. You know, like I was in the room right there when his shit was going down with his contracts and shit. You know, so. Well, at least one
his
of the
contracts?
times, you know, yeah, with that one particular night with the observatory. So I saw how he was getting treated. I remember walking past it, and I just, as a matter of fact, it's going to sound like whatever, some name drop of shit, but I had just did a Necro tour like a couple months prior to that.
Talk that shit, bro. Name, like,
they came out.
I want people to know you, dude.
Oh, I
you feel me?
That. So when that was Back to Basics, it was like first time I think Vinny Paz and them had been in that shit with Necro and Hyde because they had that little problem, whatever. But they came back, and I believe I'm pretty sure Snow Goons and everybody played. You know, it was a big event. You know, a lot of heads came out. Anyways, I remember walking when Necro and them first got there. We're all in the backstage, and they're like, "Oh, Mando, what's good?" Because I hadn't seen him since that last time, like a few months back, the tour we did.
Right.
Shouts to Underground Hip Hop Blog for bringing them out. Anyways, yeah. Fucking, they're like, "What's up, man? Who you here rocking tonight? Who you rocking with?" I was like, "I'm rocking with Keith Murray." And I'm pretty sure, no doubt, I remember like Necro being like, "Oh, what the fuck? Where's he at?" Like I'm introduce me kind of shit.
Oh,
shit. I'm thinking like, I know you guys fucking haven't known each other, but it was that kind of event. Like
you connected, and like, hey, come meet him.
And sent like a bunch of heads.
Was it at the observatory?
It was at the observatory.
That's right. I think I saw you there that night. Because I don't think it was Keith Murray. I was there with. No, I wasn't there because I know it was Necro. It was a huge list. I always go there when Namek's either rocking or when I'm rocking. I really don't go there on my own.
Namek might have been rocking that night.
Yeah, I think I was there. Anytime he's there, we roll.
It was a big fucking thing. So yeah, there was.
Well, there was a couple.
Their mom was on that event, so I'm pretty sure you were there.
I performed at with him at the Cinco de Mayo. Wow, those things are amazing. Like,
yeah, we did that a couple of years ago. The Giants.
You guys, I know. I see you guys doing a lot of show. You guys are still doing a lot of shows, right?
Yeah, we play as much as. I mean, we're all busy as shit right now, but we definitely, when we first came out, we smashed, dude. I'll take some pride in that. We put a lot of shows together, and they were all quality shit, and we're very. I don't know, we kind of have a big presence, you know, and we did really well on some big shows, so we got asked to do a lot more shows. And you know, I'm the manager, so basically I booked a lot of those events. And
the manager of what?
Of the crew, even
Grizzlies.
I'm the manager of Grizzly State, and
nice.
I'm the manager of Giants.
I thought I heard the club. I was like, which club?
Of
the crew.
The crew, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so that's good that you guys are moving on that level, because a lot of groups don't even get to that where they're just like, okay, I know what I'm like. Because it just makes it easier when you're dealing with a bunch of personalities.
Yes, sir.
The one who knows the best, who knows how to talk right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure if someone having a meeting with you, it's a really easy conversation with you. You know,
it's like this.
You don't talk like you don't get.
I've been in a lot of bands, man, and I played a lot of shit over. I've been doing music for like 20 years almost.
So you play instruments?
I played some keys, but mostly like just DJing for all my groups that I've been in.
Okay.
And all my bands have been pretty successful. We've done a lot of shit, and and we've gotten whittled between, like, I started out like an 8-piece hip-hop rock reggae band, and then half of them left and moved on and had families, and the rest of us kept playing, and without the hip-hop, it was more like rock and reggae.
Yeah.
You know, and I would still do cuts and drop samples and all that shit. It sounded a little sublime back in the day, but when we were doing those things, we were playing with Long Beach Dub All Stars and Voodoo
Nice.
Glow Skulls. And
So you guys were
rocking
you were
huge shit.
always going hard.
Always
like
going
you
hard.
always had a certain type of quality that
Yes,
you
sir.
wanted to reach, and
That's
you
exactly.
you did what you needed to do to get there.
Exactly.
So-
Put in work.
So okay, so now let's get to this. Like, well, this is something I wanted to ask. I always like to ask the DJs. Well, I mean, at first now that you said like I don't play Drake or things like that. So like, what is your outtake on hip hop? Like, I've always wanted to ask a DJ like, you know, when there's certain DJs that won't do it, or like I have my friend DJ Smokey Martinez who's with Lush, and he plays nothing but just like Chicago drill and all this crazy shit. So it's like
I don't even know what I don't own any of that shit either.
well, yeah, well that's all he plays.
Yeah.
You know, he plays
There's
like
lanes, bro. There's lanes.
Yeah, so what I'm saying is like where, like what, does it just go to music preference and then you just decide like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do, or does it just go, yeah, I guess like taste or like what?
I just fucking have played what I've played for so long that I think if they see me or have heard me, then they just know that's what I'm gonna do.
Well,
I don't
how do you
honestly. I don't
feel about
listen
the
to
music?
any. I don't even listen to like Mos Def and shit. To be honest, really, not to say him as I'm just using it as an example of the
Right.
that style of music because I have so much music for my friends and even myself. Even you know, even when I roll around, I just listen to our shit because my friends are dope and all of us are putting out work. You know, so. Somebody's got to fucking buy those CDs and listen to that shit.
Yeah.
Put their, you know, I own, over the years of DJing, I have, in my bag of DJ shit, I have so many flash drives of random artists that I've worked with and people that have hooked me up with shit. And so, like, even what we did with Grizzly State, we put a flash drive out as a promotion item, you know, and
Nice.
just the little things that you could do like that. So I definitely, the state of hip-hop today is beyond me. I don't give a shit about it. I give a shit about your work.
Right.
And I care about what, you know, like we were talking about how my friends, like Vision, for example, I keep going back to him, but I care about how he's doing. He's got a dope new album out.
And it's kind of like now that radio kind of like dwindled off, it's like you don't even know about it unless you're like following things online. Because me, I follow so much. I just get fed like,
you kind of have to, you know.
It's there's times where I'm like, I used to be that way where I'm like, I'm not listening to nothing, and then I'm at a King of the Dot event, and I'm just seeing how the vibe is going crazy, and I'm like, what is this? Oh, this is Young Thug, right, man. When we first came out, man, I'm like. Then I'm hearing this other shit. I'm listening to the lyrics like it's like listening to an Arsenal bar. It's like talking about drums and fucking and cigs and mop sticks, and they're calling those guns, and you're just like, wait, mop sticks, cigs, and shit. And then you hear it in a song, and you're like, oh, I know what the Migos are saying. Like, it's but then it gets obnoxious because it's like if you listen to the radio, it's always on. It's a certain feeling that I think. You have to hear it in the context. Like if you go to a strip club and you hear a certain song, you hear Juvenile, Slow Motion, or whatever.
In a certain setting.
Then you hear it again, you're like, oh, I like that song.
You know what's funny? Slow Motion.
What?
My first band that I was talking about when he fucking shout out to my band Decibel Project. When he first came out, that Slow Motion album,
the Juvenile song.
Yeah, he fucking came out to the Observatory and we played with him and it was like we basically were co-headliner. Co-headliner. And he was playing the MTV Music Awards the very next day, right? So it's funny as shit. He fucking they had to use all my gear. They had to use all my turntables, and we had like our green room was right next to theirs, and theirs is a little bit bigger. But there were a bunch of fucking black fools in the shit coming from Louisiana on two buses actually, charter buses, deep as fuck. And our room was fucking smoked out because, you know, we were a bunch of hip-hop reggae band and shit. We were fucking smoking hella really good herb. So all his boys were chilling with us all night, you know. I like you fools. But yeah, it was just like right before the Hot Boys were hit really hard.
Well, he was from Young Cash Money.
He's from Cash Money, but he was the one on Cash Money that popped.
Yes.
So you said Slow Motion for me. That's that's an older reference, but it was that song. It was that time, and that song was like the one that sparked all that Southern shit, really.
Well, I haven't been to fucking strip clubs since online porn existed.
Oh,
you know what I mean? So it's like, you don't need to, you know? So, but that song.
I was just thinking the music reference, but yeah,
but
right.
I don't know what they're listening to in there now.
Right.
They could be listening to fucking Cardi B or some shit. Yeah, that's probably what they're listening to. I don't like that shit. Sorry, Cardi, but I mean, I don't like none of that shit. So people got pissed at me because I said, man, if you're waiting for that fucking female album to drop and you're gonna be singing those lyrics like fucking getting your pussy wet and shit, you're kind of creepy. You're kind of creepy. Like, it's cool to hear it, put it in your earphones,
dude,
but I don't want to hear you bumping it. I don't want to see you bumping it and singing those lyrics because I will fucking... nothing against it. It's just like, come on, my guy. Like, you know, nothing against all that shit though. But if you are a guy who likes that shit, then you know, embrace that shit, sing that shit loud as fuck. I'm saying.
Oh yeah.
But okay, so.
But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, the slow motion for me.
The slow motion, and then like, so okay, so there you were getting, so you smoked with Juvenile.
I don't even think he smoked with us right there, but I know he popped his head in a bunch of times, and all his boys were chilling with us. Like they couldn't leave.
You were probably chilling with some Cash Money dudes.
It was all Cash Money. It was them. But like I said, he was the one that was popping, so they were just on the side hype men at the time. So, but I know it was them.
I need you to name drop. Who the fuck? Like what's big art? I mean, you've been around for a minute, so like name some big artists and some cool shit that went on. Like because these are right stories that you don't want to just hide inside yourself. And
this
and
shit
then,
right here with the Juvenile shit, dog.
Yeah.
They wanted to leave. This is at the observatory, right? Back when it was called the Galaxy Theater. It used to be called the Galaxy, and they used to host all kinds of shit.
Holy fuck, I didn't know that.
My band, Decibel Project, we were sponsored by Black Flies, you know. It was,
nice.
Shouts to the crew. Black Flies.
You still have a Black Flies.
Still sponsored by them. They're
nice.
Like over 18 years almost now. And
that's what's up.
And like my bands get hooked up with them and shit. Like even down to the Giants shit. We played Black Flies events. Anyways, that event with Juvenile, they were using all my gear and shit, and they had like a contract. They were supposed to stay like, they cut their set short by 20 minutes, and fucking at the end of their set, they basically just walked off the stage, and the stage manager was this little tiny Mexican lady. She basically kind of barked at them like, "You guys ain't leaving." And I remember like specifically him just dropping the mic and just telling all his boys, "Get on the bus, everybody get on the bus." So everybody's piling out from the upstairs dressing rooms, piling off the stage, just headed straight out the VIP to the bus. And my truck was parked. I had a Jeep Cherokee was parked right next to the wrought iron gates to get out of the VIP where the buses were. And Juvenile's buses were loaded. And all of a sudden they're trying to back out, and the lady just hits the button or whatever, and they close the gate. It starts closing on the buses as they're leaving because they still had 20 minutes to their set per contract. Oh
shit!
And I remember the Juvenile's manager was this black dude, and he had like a top hat.
He probably already got the bread, the full bread.
Got the bread. He didn't give a shit. And he had like a crazy crushed velvet purple jacket and shit, and a top hat. He looked like Bootsy Collins. And he fucking is sitting there yelling at this bitch, and he had this crazy Louisiana twang, and he's like, "I don't know what the fuck I'm at. Where the fuck's Orange County? I'm playing MTV Music Awards tomorrow." I told her that shit. And I'm sitting there right there like, oh, because my truck's right by the buses. And sure enough, the wrought iron gate's closing, and they're trying to back out, and somebody, big old black dude, jumps off the bus and just pulls the gate off. Drops it right next to my truck. And they all just back the fuck out, flipping her off, and she's just yelling, "You guys fucking can't leave!" Like, this shit literally happened right in front of me while I'm doing one of those shows, like you said. Like
Chico, go pull it, or whatever his name is. Yo, Pistol, go pull that shit off the fucking
That's exactly how it was. Go take that fucking gate off. And this big old dude in like a fucking muscle shirt just comes off. And they all backed, again, they didn't know where the fuck they were. They're like, "Where's the observatory? We're playing MTV Music Awards, bitch. Fuck you."
Like, we just came here to get a bag.
Just a bag on the tour. We don't even know.
Like a bag.
It was funny, dude. It was funny. And those are the little things I've seen. I've seen a lot of shit. I remember when we played the Necro tour. Like, we did the Necro event. It was at...
Those guys are crazy.
It was crazy, dog. Like, pauses right there at the front of the stage playing fucking, like, bouncers because people were trying to jump on the stage. And some girl broke her leg, dog. Like, right... I'm DJing. Like, I'm sitting right there. And they're about to, they're doing their shit. I look up. And some girl jumped off, like, onto the stage and fucking, her legs all twisted. She didn't even leave, dude. She just sat there on the side of the stage. Like, so they carried her off and shit.
With her leg broke?
Just put her to the side, and she just sat there like...
Oh, my
I swear.
God.
I see some shit. It was fun. It's been a fun ride, for sure.
Man, so there's, like, shit. So, like, when you were coming up in the hip, like, what was your, like, maybe earliest moment, maybe? Like,
oh, man, I was a B-boy since I was, like, 5 years old. I have an older brother. He was like in 6th grade when I was a kindergartner. First grade. And I remember I was doing like the backspins and kickworms and shit in this battle when I was in the talent show. And I battled like my kindergarten homies, two little white kids. Shout out to the Nelson brothers.
Shout out to the Nelson
Shout
brothers.
Joel Nelson, man. And we battled like some breakdancing with white gloves and the popping, shirts with your iron-on shit and big old baggy fucking zipper pants, the 80s shit.
Right.
And as a matter of fact, like 10 years later when we started doing graffiti, I battled those same kids, just bullshit, fun, homie battles. Like, you want to go to fucking tag battle? Fuck you, I'll take you guys out.
tag battles?
Yeah, you know, just that's how it was. I was a hip hop kid growing up.
Hell yeah.
I didn't really ever think I would be involved in music ever because it just wasn't. I was mostly like just. Well, I played sports and shit.
Did you ever try rapping?
Never.
Never? So you always knew you wanted to DJ?
Never. I didn't know that either. I just was down for.
How'd you get into
My brother
that?
used to just give me underground hip hop music. You know.
On vinyl?
No, I had some of that shit too, but I didn't really.
Tapes
tapes and stuff. I remember specifically, like I always think about this. Like he gave me a, you know, out here in Riverside, there's a swap meet and shit, and you can go up there on Saturdays and dope ones too. They have all kinds of shit. But
Tell me, they have music. They have CDs there?
Yeah, CDs, tapes, probably records and all kinds of shit.
There.
Old car shit. It's right there at the Van Buren Drive-In.
Oh, I pass that all the time over there on Ruby Doo?
No, that's Rudo. I think they do that there too. I was just there last night.
Van Buren.
Van Buren, it's over there by the mall, Tyler Mall area.
Oh, yeah, because I'm
By
a
Galleria.
fucking CD collector.
Bro, they got all kinds of shit, man.
I got Soul and Ice, original copy on CD. Fuck you. I'm going to put this out there. Try to find that shit on CD without buying it from Amazon. Try to find it on CD, and if you do, I'll be your friend. If not, you're never going to find that shit.
Hey.
And if you do, you might be able to. Maybe go to a place.
Shouts to Raz, man.
That album
I actually had him play Fresh Produce. We brought him out here, him in Planet Asia.
In downtown?
Downtown Riverside. Paid for it.
That's beautiful.
That's
tight.
That's one of the only shows we ever charged for. And we only charged like $10 for that. I barely made my money back. I think I got $60 overhead.
Even if you do
that.
charge, it's people pay to go do this. They will pay to go to watch Redbox. You pay monthly subscription to watch Netflix. Like, it's entertainment. So
and
like
again,
me,
going back to that shit, it's Razzcast in your city,
all
dog.
the oldies that I get, they're my friends. I pay them for those shits because they pay. They spend a lot of. Some of those records are not cheap, dude.
Absolutely.
Some of those oldies for just one, you could spend $1,500, $2,000,
absolutely,
$6,000.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen him. I see them selling them all the time on their Instagram shits. Go follow them, Mike Noriega. He has mad vinyls. If you want to get some fucking rare oldie vinyls, doo-wops, fucking deep soul, all that shit. Go right there, hit up Mike Noriega. Also hit up Bobby Medina, which is Rabbit Town Soul.
There you go.
So I'm just plugging them in because
that's good.
It's like,
they deserve it.
It's all DJs, and they go look, and it's more just like.
And it's not like
I'm
the record
one
pool that you're online from some stranger. Somebody you trust, your boy is plugging you on. It's like, no, this guy knows.
Yeah.
You're not just randomly searching some bullshit. You trust your judgment. So you know, hey, you know what, Mando? I think my boy has some shit that you would right up your alley, and I'm going there knowing, oh, this is gonna be amazing. Every other record is a gem. You know, those are the things that you have to take into consideration.
They got rare like punk rock on vinyl. They got, and then I'm Sick Jackin' from Psychoram actually just released a fucking soul album called. It's like they're making their own oldies now. They're putting out compilation.
Shouts to Sick Jackin'. I got a track with him, as a matter of fact.
Do you?
Yeah, him and the homie Hurt.
That's where I got my name Melothion from.
Really?
I haven't told nobody this, but I told a couple people this, but I got my name Melothion from the Stone Garden song.
Yeah, I listen to that shit at work all the
time. That's why I got it in high school, because I used to be called. Fuck, I really wanted. Okay, I'll say my old name. It was Infinite. Like, because I used to call myself Infinite, and everyone would make fun of me. Like, that's Eminem's first album. I'm like, fuck you. And I didn't understand about being embarrassed off some shit like that. So I was like, oh fuck, I gotta change this name. So then I heard Psychoram sounds like the gods are crying tears of Melothion rain. I was like, Melothion sounds like the gods are crying tears of Melothion rain. Mm-hmm. The fuck is Melothion? And I looked it up, and it was a pesticide.
Yes, sir.
And I was like, I kill these insects. I kill these rap insects like I'm a pesticide. So I'm Melothion. So then I call myself Melothion.
Dope name.
Yeah, and then and it's kind of creepy because it's a weird name because when I go to the Comedy Store, I go, hey, what's up? They introduce me as Melothion, and they'll be like, wait, what's your name? And I was like, you're Melothion, and they're like, what's your real name? What were you born with? And I was like, Ryan. They're like, call yourself that. And I'm like, okay, I'm at a different place now. These guys go up as their own names, you know? Hip hop, like.
Unless you're like Earthquake.
It's true. Like, it made me like the things how we like in hip hop where it's all like macho-ness and stuff like that. When you go there, they break that like all that is stripped away, dude. Mm-hmm. It's so fucking great.
Because they'll get you, man. They're fucking comedians. They're just as witty as battle rappers, and they're like, come on, Ryan.
Well, that's why I did that event there, dude. That's why I made sure to try to do that event there is because there's similarities between hip hoppers and comedians. Yeah, it's
all the grind, man.
It's all grind, man. But shit, man. So what do you want to plug? What you got going on?
Man,
the next fresh produce.
Fresh produce. We got got pretty good lineup.
You don't have to say it. I'm just saying when it's when the next.
We do fresh produce every last Thursday of the month at downtown Riverside at Mission Tobacco Lounge. It's a producer showcase for the most part. We've been adding some artists to the event, so get out there if you got some music, and you got an album coming out and whatnot. We've been able to bless some heads, get them on, but for the most part,
album?
no, for just in particular, nobody in particular, just anybody that's coming through that we've had play actual rap sets or whatnot. Because again, we are mostly a producer showcase. So.
You guys made a tape, didn't you?
We made a bunch of tapes. Dude.
I have them.
We put a lot of shit on. Like, if you get a chance, go to grizzlystate.com and check out our store and our history and all that shit. We put out a lot of music. And shouts out to Duloc Shaman, as a matter of fact. He just dropped a dope album. It's coming out, I think, the next month. We just put out 4 videos for that, all done in-house. Basically, everything we have is done in-house, and we do it for very cheap. It's not done cheap, but we give it out cheap. And because it isn't, we're hip-hop kids, we realize that we don't have a lot of money. And if you have a family, if you got bills to pay, there's no point in trying to ask your friend for a $50 shirt when it doesn't cost $50. But when you see the time and effort and the quality and the people we have involved, you realize you gotta support your friends.
Yeah.
Same thing you're doing.
And it might, and we're trying to get it to the point to where, people can get. There she goes, my girl. So we're trying to get it to the point where motherfuckers can, we don't have to be doing we want to do it for cheap because we're trying to make it still happen without the guidelines and parameters of what's going on in the game right now. But we also want to get it to a level to where we can provide and can be able to be like, we're putting together the biggest show, a humongous show. We started our own paid dues. We're doing our own shit now. Yeah. So we're gonna charge this much for a ticket. Because it's worth it.
And
even putting in
you guys
work.
go pay that shit and still drive all the way to fucking an observatory or still drive to L.A. for this shit. And we're charging less than that, and it's in your hometown, and you're like, well, I don't know.
Well,
what the fuck is your problem? It's supporting the art. Support your team.
Right.
You have to.
And
friends have to first to get their friends and their friends. And then I always tell the homies this. Like, I learned this the easy and the hard way. Your album is... Your release party is going to get your close friends and your family to come out. They're only going to come out to that shit.
Right.
It's up to you to build your fan base after that. It's up to you to build people that are going to come to all your shows. You're going to have your core group of friends that you've been with that are only 6 deep. They're going to come to every fucking show. But your big shit is going to be the album release. Don't expect anything else. It's up to you.
You know what to do now is live streaming.
Yeah.
Live stream shit and then just pull that shit down after.
Yeah. For sure.
You feel me?
Absolutely.
And that's what I see Coachella doing, and they're charging how much? I'm like, wait, why are they doing this? So you guys are charging this much a ticket, but they know that shit's so fire that there's people that want to experience it. Just like movie theaters are never gonna go away because everyone wants to go to a fucking movie theater, hear that shit in THX or whatever the fuck.
Sir.
You know what I'm saying? They want to hear.
So they know there's options. There's so many options.
Well, there's options on how things are presented. So there's always gonna be people that want to go to Coachella, but I got a family, so I would rather watch that shit on my phone. And now it's the promotion is so big because then there's going to be a time where they're going to say, hey, we're going to put a name on that flyer that this guy who's just sitting in his house watching it is going to want to come.
That's how I went.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's how I first started going to Coachella. It was because I saw the year that Sage Francis, Atmosphere, Living Legends, and I think Mark Farina were all playing. I'm like,
you're like, I have to go.
I'm going to go to that. And it was also the Radiohead, I think, played The Cure, Flaming Lips. All these dope-ass groups, I didn't give a shit about that. Yeah. I went because I think, whatever. That shit's whatever. But these guys are all getting their shine finally. They're playing Coachella. I snuck in that motherfucker. But
you were there.
But I was there.
You were there,
I went for them, and I remember just being right there when Living Legends were playing. It was at night, and the crowd stopped the music and was like, look over there. And it's right next to them. It was the exact same time Radiohead was playing. It looked like a circus. Beach balls and millions of people are lighting crazy shit. And he's like, I can't believe you guys are here watching us right now when you could be right there watching fucking Radiohead. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. It's humbling. You guys are real fans.
Yeah.
And that made me realize, these motherfuckers are just amazed as we are. And when, like you said, people see you in and out, and they're like, Mount Zion, what the fuck? You're like, how the fuck you even know me, dude? Like,
yeah, dude.
I didn't even know I put in that much work that you would even know me.
I'll tell people, I sometimes will stop can I take a picture with you, dude?
Yeah.
Because this means a lot to me,
For
too.
sure.
And I try to show them, I give them my number. Okay, take my number, dude. Hit me up. Don't be texting me. I'll follow. Like, I don't look at it as like, oh, I'm fucking doing a lot. But I think, you know, I'm just trying.
I'll tell you right now, as an observer and somebody who respects the shit out of your grind, you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot for a lot of people. And it's huge.
I honestly want to leave a fucking legacy behind, dude. I mean, it was one thing to be like, I want to rap and I want everyone to say that, but it's just like, nah, like I'm gonna do that regardless. Of course, I'm a fucking rapper and all that, but I always felt like I gotta, like, is it like, I never thought it was me that I was gonna be like to go and be like, I have to fucking do this, but in my heart, I'm like, I have to fucking do this.
You got
shit.
experiences and shit that other people don't, and you could bless people with. And
I got experience, and I've been in certain places where I've gotten some exposure to where it's like I can hold this all into me, or I can do something to where I can help this person, and they're going to help me because they might be tight and they might need someone to believe in them. Yep. Just like a Vision. Vision is so tight. All you need is someone to believe in him. And I believe in you, Vision.
Yeah, I
say
that all the time.
You feel me?
He knows I believe in him. He knows that. We used to get in the shit because he didn't. I would like just try and give him advice, and sometimes it was preachy, but when shit needed to be heard, maybe in my point of view. Not for everybody, but afterwards, this is like exactly some shit that happened. I hear him fucking saying, when he fought it, when I'm telling him it, I hear him saying that to somebody else months and months later. And then he'll be like, yeah, that faggot told me that. And then it realized, like when I don't realize that he even retained it because he was fighting it so hard. He was blessing it to somebody else and paying it forward, and then pointing at me like, yeah, I learned that from him kind of shit. And I'm like, oh, you did get fucked. Dope, dude. It matters. So
yeah, he does,
If you don't do that for your friends, and people can go off the fucking deep end. If you don't tell your talented friends that they're talented, then they might not give a shit enough to make that next album. That next album might be the one that put them over. I do that with Fresh Produce by just giving these kids opportunities, and I don't realize Gypsy Mama's going to be Gypsy Mama. But I see it, and I still talk to him like, same motherfucker I knew, so it's my boy.
Well, I'm going to say this now, because I think by the time this comes out, the announcement should have already been out. But if it's not, since we're an hour and 25 minutes in, and you've listened to this whole shit, I'm going to give you, I'm not going to get in trouble for saying this, but I'm going to fucking say this shit now. Man, it's AHAT, bro. We're fucking getting it.
Yeah.
I'm saying this now because I think by the time this shit comes out, you guys are already going to know. So, yeah, I'm fucking going to be running the Cali division at AHAT.
Yes, sir.
It's me, Epic. Thank you, bro. Me, Epic, R&B. Thank you to R&B. Thank you to OD for believing in me. So, we're going to, toast to that. I felt really the need because there's a lot of subliminal talks and everyone's going to be like, well, how are you going to help people out? That's how I'm going to help people out. Because we're going to do this next comedy event, September 8th, at the Ha Ha Cafe. Is going to be the first AHAT event for me that I'm throwing. It's going to be comedy. And then we're also going to be doing like a street division. I don't want to call it street, but it's going to be like regular battle events. So we're going to be taking both. So yeah, we're fucking rocking AHAT now. So you guys want to battle? You guys want to get on? Holler at me, Epic. That's why I said Epic is a part of this shit.
Shouts to the Elephant Graveyard.
Shouts to Epic is actually the one who linked us all together.
Right. That's a dope kid, man. He's hella plugged. He's very smart. He's very driven. He's got a lot of things going on for himself that he built, on his own. And there's a lot of shit goes down. I understand the battle rap scene is volatile. You're literally talking shit about each other. So
yeah, it's crazy.
It's hard to keep everybody in the same line. It's the same thing with all music, I guess. But that's why I like when you mention Epic, he's one of those entities that I should have mentioned when I mentioned No James in life, because he's had the lanes. A lot of them have. I know there's a lot of crews out. Yeah, there's a lot of crews out there. PLK, shouts to PLK. That's the fam too. Shouts to Epic's crew, Elephant Graveyard. That's all a bunch of the homies.
Yeah.
And I see, AHAT's, it's a big deal, dude. It really is.
Well,
I'm proud of you guys.
Thank you, man. Well, it's something that, was around before I was. It was one of the original battle leagues that was cracking it back in the day from Vegas. And, they had a gang of divisions, and I just feel like, I don't know what had happened there, where it just kind of was just, there wasn't too many events coming out, and maybe people, I don't know what it was, but, I feel that I can add on to it, and you know, it's from here, it's from Vegas, but I mean, you know, R&B is pretty much the dude that's you know in charge right now.
Yeah.
He's from out here, so yeah, I felt good with it, and it's a great channel.
Good look,
you know, it's something, and also, you know, it's just me also trying to give something to it. Like I'm not saying that I'm gonna make that shit pop because it's already popped, but I'm definitely gonna.
They're blessed to have you for sure, dog. For sure, your name carries weight, so you're in that. You're into that. You know, I don't want to say like it's a celebrity thing, but it is it's a group of people that will definitely know you.
Yeah, they're gonna know who we are, and I feel like, you know, like not to, you know, toot our own horn or nothing like that, but when we were doing the whole Fresh Coast shit with like even the Grind Time days and even King of the Dot,
that's how
like,
I first saw you guys around.
We were like, it was of the battle rap town. It was the talks of it. I mean, there was other shit going on, but you know, we were popping, and I knew it. So that's why I was like, you know, I brought Lush back for this. And he I didn't bring him anywhere. He is who he is.
There you go.
I'm just happy to have him involved with what I got going on,
and vice versa.
And it's not even what I got going on. It's something for everybody, and that's pretty much what I think. I just saw something there, and I just linked it, and I'm willing to put in work, whatever that work takes. I'm willing to do that and to make these events crack, you know, and just I just want to continue to do battle rap events. It was more just that, and I was like, you know, in battle rap, it's about the platform. Where are you going to put it? And that means a lot, you know, because you know, there's so many other platforms, but it wasn't making sense, you know.
No, it's hard, man. It really is.
To be partners with people, you gotta be able to work together, communication right, and all that stuff.
That's why I respect Grizzly State, man, because we have like a tight crew, and there's a lot of people that have been trying to knock on the door and jump in and shit, but we've kept it tight because we've been able to talk to each other like gentlemen. Right. You know, it gets gangster. You know, we say some dumb shit and we get mad all the time, but there's ways of getting your point across. And I'm of the mindset that I talk to my friends with brutal honesty. I always have.
You're not a yes man.
Never, ever, ever. But I'm willing to work. You know, and I'm willing to compromise. You just gotta like let me see what you mean. Right. You know, and I'm not maybe I am pig-headed, but it's because I've been through so much shit. And I've seen so much shit, and I've lived right on that cusp every time. You know, I've put myself in the right positioning on the fucking chessboard to see the vision work on many different styles of music. But I use the same blueprint. This is just an example. I use the same blueprint that I used with my first band that I used with Giants. Yeah. And we've all gotten right to that spot, you know, and played some amazing shit and still can do amazing things. Right. My second to last band, we were called El Robo. We were like started out like a rock reggae dub band, and then we just kind of evolved, but we played the right shit, and we stuck to our guns, and we killed shows. And eventually we got asked to record our shit at Jim Henson's studio, and the same room that the Rolling Stones did their shit.
Jim Henson with the puppets?
Yeah, amazing, dude, amazing. The same day.
Was that shit called The Muppets?
Yeah, The Muppet Show, dude. Yeah. Like, everything was filmed there. Like, all those kind of movies were there, like. The Voice is there. Fucking, like I said, the Rolling Stones Voodoo Lounge album is recorded in the same room that we did.
That's crazy. Dude.
We recorded in the same room as a matter of fact, Justin Bieber outbid us on a room when we were supposed to go there on a previous Friday that we recorded, and the homie that worked there hit me up and was like, hey man, sorry bro, we can't fucking get you guys in because Bieber just gave us like 10 G's or some shit. So we'll get you in next week.
You're like, well, I can't.
And this is my boy that I told my band. They're like, yeah, right, so you knew you were bullshitting. I'm like, no, I swear, dude, it's gonna happen. Dude, it's gonna happen. Sure enough, we walk in the next week and we walk in the biggest giant fucking recording studio, and we're looking around and they're like, yeah, you remember that shit, We Are the World, you know, from the 80s with Whitney Houston, Michael Jackson, everybody? It was recorded here in this room. I'm like, oh crap, are you serious? Like Rage Against the Machine, like every artist you could think of recorded in these rooms, and there's only like 5 of them. So we basically put our whole album down in that thing, and those are the kind of things that are like very humbling. Like, we reach those spots by working with the people that cared more than we did probably. Yeah. And then we get there and you're like, holy shit, you know, how did we pull this off? And so when that band did what it did, I used the same mentality with Giants and be able to do all kinds of shit, you know. So I just, as long as you carry your experiences over, good, bad, or indifferent, you'll learn from those mistakes, hopefully.
I
And
did.
with me, my mindset is always going to be for the betterment of the crew before me, for sure.
With my mistakes, I definitely learned from them, and you know. But shit, man, I'm just glad I'm able. You know, I just finally felt good just to be able to say that, like, okay, it's off, because that shit's
Good,
been,
man. That feels
you know
great,
what I'm
right?
saying? Yeah, because by the
Good
time, because Epic's supposed to come down here today, and then we're gonna figure out this card, and then we're gonna, you know, talk about it. We call everybody, talk about it, get this card book. So then, within like a day or something, I'll put this out.
Yeah.
But because I don't know if, I mean, I don't know how we're gonna announce it. I don't know. I'm just kind of just talking about it, just how I would talk about it with a friend. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? Like,
absolutely.
I'm not like, this is gonna be the greatest thing in the world. I'm gonna fucking
Absolutely.
destroy it. I'm just like, hey, this is fucking
This is
dope.
coming.
I don't know what it's gonna be,
Yep.
and I know it's gonna be good. But I'm just like, I think better things happen when I'm just like, I leave it up to the day. I leave it up to
For sure.
my energy, how things happen.
How you put it out.
Yeah. So I mean, who
And
knows?
people see that. That's what brings people around for the most part. They're not there to always fucking kiss your ass, you know. They see the energies that you bring around.
And that's what this podcast is. If people are even listening past this point, then they'll understand that I'm pretty much just welcoming you guys into our world. You know, now you see a Mando the DJ. There's going to be people that you might not be privy to, but you're going to love after this podcast, because it's all just, we're all conversations, we're all people.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm trying to show is like, you see posts or you might see a picture, you're like, man, he seems cool, but I don't know him, or this and that. Fuck that. I'm gonna be, you know, this is what this is for, to kind of, you know, whoever the fuck listen, you know, whoever's gonna listen.
For me, I like to just try and get my work to the fucking speaking for me. I'm not really, I don't really talk a lot, to be honest. Like, I don't really do a lot of fucking talking unless it's to the fucking bosses. You know, to be honest, it sounds fucking cheesy or not, but I'm not really out like rapping, I guess you could say. I'm not the front man. I'm the DJ. I don't mind that shit.
And this is probably the most a lot of people has probably heard. I mean, you said you've done podcasts.
Yeah, I've done a few.
Yeah. So, but this is like, I feel, you know, like this is the most that me and you've probably sat down and chopped it up. You feel me? So, yeah. Is there anything else? I mean, you want to plug?
Fuck, man. I got a lot of music out. Tons of music. I just did some shit on J-Roz's new album.
So where can they get you guys, the new project of the Giants coming out and
it's gonna be on our it's gonna all come out probably on our label for sure on Grizzly State. So we'll be able to get that at grizzlystate.com.
Okay, grizzlystate.com.
Like I said, check out Dulac Shaman's new album, Good Man Down. It's amazing. grizzlystate.com as well. We got Osa's new album. Osa One's got a dope album called Wags. Super
Get
sick.
that, Osa One. He's a monster.
The beast.
Bars.
Recorded all down at the Low Lounge with my crew, my boy Bobby Lowe, some super amazing producer. You did a lot of the beats, most of the beats on there, as long as I think as well as Sparaza. What else? I got another crew, Semiotics, you know, doing huge things as well on that low tip. Like, these guys are just so humble, they don't really even give a shit. They just put music out that's so quality, and they don't care how many people hear it. And I'm like so blown away by all this stuff. And you know, Semiotics music, you know, Semiotics hip hop on YouTube. What else?
They can find Grizzly State. Giants on YouTube. You guys have your own YouTube channel?
No, most of our shit's on Grizzly State shit.
Okay, so Grizzly State has their own YouTube channel.
Yeah,
It's
find
like
us on all the social media shit. Giants music.
Okay. That's
Again,
what's up. So
shouts to Os, shouts to Vision, shouts to Swift, all the
I'm gonna get them on soon. I like having one person at a time, because then when it's too much,
it gets overwhelming.
It gets overwhelming, and then people don't understand what's going on. And I think like it's just too much interaction. It doesn't really leave to where the people can really get to.
Oh
know
man,
you.
every time, shouts to the homies from Breakbeats and Rhymes. You know, every time we go on Breakbeats and Rhymes, you know, those are the homies, so I would be pretty much the one who set up the interviews and shit.
Shouts out to Breakbeats.
And I wouldn't even talk, because all the
Relatively
homies are just going back and forth.
Yeah.
And finally, I had to we'd break it down and be like, okay, this is what we got to talk about, because we only got a certain amount of minutes. So.
Yeah, and that's why I like podcasts, and I want to have more people. It's just I just like it. One, it just come talk, because I want people, and then once people start getting familiar, then we can start having more, and just put a couple people on there, and then people are gonna be like, I want to hear Mando and fucking such and such together because I love,
for
you know.
sure,
So like,
for sure.
you know, I'm gonna let that build on its own. But right now, I'm just trying to get people to get interested, and not that they're not, but they're already interested because they're here. But I want people to really just get to know what's going on. Like
I really take it like to heart when I see my fucking the homies out there listening to podcasts because I realize what it is. It's something completely different. It's something that takes your mind off of something, and it is a learning thing. I'm down for people wanting to learn and for their mistakes or just even learn in general. You know,
I listen more than I
it's
watch
huge.
TV, dude.
Me too.
I listen. I'll probably listen to probably 9-10 hours of podcasts.
And my chick is so dope, dude. I got her in like all the shit.
She listens to it too, huh?
She plugs it to her friends, and they're just like, "What the fuck are you doing?" She's
Yeah.
like, I don't care.
That's how I am too, bro. Like they're like, "What are you doing at the Comedy Store?" And I'm like, "Bro." And then they saw, they're like, "How are you meeting all these people, bro? I'm at the fucking Comedy Store. This has been here for years.
Oh, yeah.
This is their playground.
That's
I seen
exactly it.
Chappelle. We
When I
looked at
seen
each
you
other
guys
in the
there, and I
eyes.
seen like you bringing Spock and everybody there, I was like, that is so dope. Now I need to go with you guys, dog.
You
For
should
real.
come, dude.
I'm super
I
down.
go.
Let me know.
I usually go like on Mondays and Tuesdays, but now that I'm working now, I don't know what my schedule's gonna be, but.
My schedule's fucked during the week, but I'll still make it happen.
Yeah.
Like, even Fresh Produce, I go to work at like 4:30 in the morning.
Cause I'll go to like,
I gotta leave Fresh Produce contractually at 2, so I just fucking do it, dude. Like, gotta be done. Fuck
yeah,
it.
man.
It has to be done.
You
so.
gotta do it, you know. And I like going out there because you see, like I seen Joe Rogan do a set there. I seen Bert Kreischer do a set there. I seen Joey Diaz do a set there.
And I love how they break
Sayat.
it down too, because they do it like 15 minutes of each, you know.
Yeah.
I remember going in there and, like you said, just like that's all on the same night sometimes. They'll just have it all 15, like Chris D'Elia right after Bobby Lee, right after Duncan Trussell, right after everybody. And you're just sitting there like, holy shit, these are all people that I fucking listen to every single day.
Yes, dude.
And they're just wandering out. I remember, never mind, that's a different
Say
time.
it.
That's a different time.
Okay.
But yeah, there's some funny shit, dude. That place is crazy.
That probably was pretty crazy. Well, man, thank you for coming out and doing this, man.
Yeah,
I know
anytime.
we've been out here for almost 2 hours. It's fucking 11 in the morning. We started off early. I drink coffee, so I'm an early bird. I know you're probably an early bird.
Yeah, man.
So there it is, man. It's Mando the DJ. So
Yes,
you
sir.
get that
Not
fucking
DJ
straight.
Mondo.
Put the respect on his
Mando
name.
the DJ.
Even me, Ryan, you better put some respect on Mondo's name. My bad. I'm sorry. But
happens all the time, though. I'm not tripping.
well, now motherfuckers are gonna have to get that shit straight. So okay, well, where can do you have an Instagram, Twitter, anything?
Yeah. Mando _the _DJ on Instagram. Facebook, just my real name, Mando Davis. I ain't hiding no bullshit. I don't give a fuck.
There you go.
Twitter, same shit, Mando the DJ. Yeah, like I said, got tons of music out, man. Just keep an eye out for our shit. All Grizzly State, Giants Music, Theo Snag. We got a huge crew, man. So,
I know Theo Snag.
Yeah, that's the fucking triple OG right there.
Yeah. That's
Triple OG.
Yeah,
We
shouts
just
out,
got
my
added,
guy.
like just new members. Jip, what's it called? Rockham. He's part of Grizzly State now.
Nice.
We got Geronimo X. Shout out to Ryan G from the Funk Freaks, Grizzly State. We got a huge crew.
So it's a big. It's
not a huge crew. We're somos pocos,
But it's
pero
monsters.
locos.
It's
Straight up,
monsters.
we're monsters, dog. We definitely.
So you
put in
need
work.
it. It's like Monsters Incorporated. You don't need
Exactly.
everybody. You
It's
just
like
need
Giants
fucking.
music. We're just giants. That's how kind of, it sounded cocky. I remember when we first put the crew together. We were thinking like, oh, this is gonna sound cocky. We call ourselves giants. This is before Os was in, or before Vision was in, I believe. And then all of a sudden, we just presented ourselves like that because we were all done shit. We're pillars, I guess you could say. And then we put Vision in, and people were like, well, dude, these guys are really big. They thought it meant because they were big fools.
Yeah.
We were
They're like, oh shit, these guys are giants.
Yeah, literally. It
Yeah, you
turned
guys
to
are
that.
all fucking like tall.
It turned into that.
Os and fucking and Vision are just tall, big old. They look like fucking big ass security guards. Like
Yes.
it could be bodyguarding them Migos or some shit.
Yes, sir.
And then you got you. You're well, how tall are you?
6'1".
Jesus Christ, man! I'm fucking like 5'4", 5'5". I'm fucking short, dude.
Nah, man,
Jesus
it's
Christ.
it's the shit that speaks for you that fucking makes what you are,
Right.
for real.
That's what's up, man. Well, shit, thank you for coming out and doing this. And I want to have you on again sometime. You know,
Yeah,
come
definitely.
bullshit.
If you
And
need
then-
any cuts on any songs, let me know. And I
Thank
got
you,
some
dude.
shit. Like I said, I got a pretty big catalog of stuff. So
Or maybe even come
Good to check
DJ
it
one
out.
of these comedy
yeah, I
events,
was gonna
shoot
say,
some
man,
bread
anything
or
like
some
that.
shit.
Yeah, I'm down
Come
for
through,
that.
kick it or whatever.
I'm down for that for sure. I'll
And
play
then,
all the homies' tracks for you.
Let them know, and if any of your boys that are from your crew or you feel are tight, and they hit you up and be like, oh, I'm with it. I'm just getting in episodes, just talking with people. You feel me?
Well,
But-
I mean, if you're not too busy, man, I'd love to get you to come out and rock another Fresh Produce soon. You got any tracks you could do? Come to bust a set.
Let me know. I mean, I could probably do some. We could figure something out.
What about just get the crew together?
Do some local hero shit
Yeah,
or something like that.
I mentioned to them we were supposed to. As a matter of fact, this is what I love about you guys and shit. I remember I did some cuts for Namek's Amsterdam album. Did a song, I think myself and Cocaine maybe. Or somebody.
Yeah. I think I remember hearing
I did the
that.
cuts for it over there, and Spock was there, and he basically asked me to do some cuts for your guys' album as the DJ.
The Local Heroes?
Yeah.
So those are your cuts on there?
No, those are his. But he hit me up to do some shit.
Okay.
Whoa, man, I would love to get you on, dude. And I was just like, fuck, that's dope. As the DJ asked me to do some shit for his crew, So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I mean, Spock is one of the dudes where he's hard to impress, but once he fucks with you, he's like, bring him in. This guy, fucking, how have you stay sleeping in the fucking house? Stay up there. You can sleep up there, dude. And just
when he dropped his last beat tape, I believe we had his album release at Fresh Produce.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I've had him play like a few times, maybe 2 or 3 times already. So I want to get you guys, like I said, I've mentioned to them all.
I'm down, man. Even if it's, if we can we can get them all, I'm with it. If not, I'm still down with it. And maybe even, I don't know, how do they feel about doing like a battle event there?
Oh, we could do it. Anytime. Anytime, dog. Yeah, that place is very fucking loyal, and I'm very loyal to them. So they basically let us do whatever the fuck we want.
We should do that. We'll have it like a
when
fresh
I did
produce
the Namek tour, dog. When I did the Namek tour, I had I sent them a video of how fucking wild it was, and that girl broke her leg on stage and shit. It was a mosh pit. It was at Los Globos. It was blown out.
Oh shit!
And fucking, I'm on stage and I'm sending a video to the MTL, the venue. Like, you can get more security tomorrow. No bullshit. The next night we played in Riverside. Some motherfuckers rowdy as hell, and somebody threw a bottle on stage. Well, I'm on stage right there and hiding Necro right here in front of me. And the bottle landed right on my Serato record and shattered it right next to me. Like, he was basically trying to hit me. Jumped off stage, all ran out. Fucking Hyde was going to box him up. The homie Chato and Vision fucking grabbed the dude up. Security took him outside. Yeah, it was fucking OG, dog. We were sitting there looking around. And
those guys would have been stopped. It would have been bad.
It would have been bad, dog.
There would have been some bloody people there.
So we fucking let homie just get dragged out and like lit up a little bit, and security held him down. But it was funny, like we were right here in Riverside, and I'm like, see, I told you guys, dude. This is just a little quick fucking offshoot of that whole shit.
No, that shit's real, bro. I be delivering out here and stuff. I'll be in San Bernardino. I'll be doing all that, and I'm like, so I'm like, holy fuck,
those are
like,
crazy, bro. But it's like that everywhere. If I wouldn't have learned how to go through LA by myself, or I used to roll around with just me and my girl all the time, and just go to shows, just me and her, and still do, and. I just don't give a fuck. Like, you don't have shit to worry about. These people are just fucking people. Yeah, he's crazy. I can walk by like
he's homeless. So he's on drugs.
He's on drugs. As long as you know that, instead of being like, why is he acting like that? Because he's fucked up, bro. Just don't worry about him. Just keep on moving.
You don't even look at the dude, man. Yep. Or fucking give him $1. If you're gonna look at him, give him $1.
Oh, we've been in shit situations with shows where like we're in Choloville, LA, and
you just hook them up.
No, the homies are just fucking loose cannons, dog, and I understand that. Where I grew up, I understand that. So I just see the homies, like, we're about to perform, we're in the middle of a performance, and they pull the plug, and, this literally happened one time. Vision was mad. He was like, what the fuck? Turn the music back up. Tell these motherfuckers turn the fucking music back up. Said it like that, and these fools were loped out G's. And he didn't understand. He didn't see this guy, and this dude comes out, and he's like, did somebody fucking yell at my little cholo? Did somebody yell at my Thea right now? If you guys get all out of here in 5 minutes, I'm blasting everybody. I'm taking all your equipment.
Damn.
And he said it just like a little kid.
How did you guys?
Like, that fooling a dude. I'm like, dog, drop the fucking mic. We're getting the fuck out of here. I gotta get my turntables off and shit.
You guys dipped?
Oh, everybody dipped.
Okay, cool.
Everybody dipped. But it was just knowing that this dude ain't kidding.
Yeah.
And Vision's the one who basically was like, turn the fucking music back on, and the dude's like, "What'd you say?"
Yeah, those are the worst. And now, like, usually,
you gotta know.
It's crazy. When I did an event in Fresno, we were in like, I think it was like Dogtown or some shit. Yeah. We were out there, and they were banged out, and all I did was just make sure to take care of them. Yep. What do you fools need? You guys are good. Come in here, dude. And then by the end of the night, someone ended up getting blasted down the street. Cops came. Like, if you watch the battles that are on Grind Time, I made sure to get the Snapchats and put it before the battles, where you see the helicopters and the cops down the street and they're kicking us out. And then we went to a house. We're in their fucking living room. Hey, anybody fucks up this living room, dog, they're gonna have some problems, fool. All right, this one had a ponytail who was all in red. I was like, "Fuck, I am out here, bro. Yes. I am out here." But they knew I was from LA, and they showed me love, dude.
That's dope. You guys,
I went to Salinas and was in the fucking. I'm driving down the streets where there's fucking San Francisco 49er flags, and I'm like looking around like, I'm not from no hood, but I know that It's we're active right now,
Yeah,
and if
it's
they
active.
feel a certain way, or I don't know how they are up there, but if they feel a certain way, I could be in danger. We were smoking. My friend was filming for my friend Christian 818 was filming for felony fights, and so like with Zodiac and all of them. So we want to go pick up the footage. Yeah, we want to go pick up the footage from them at Salinas. So we were out there. They invited us into their garage, and I was sitting there thinking, this is a place where it feels like in casino, where you're like in the cornfield and you get hit by the bat and they're just beating you.
The gate on you,
yeah, the nicest people ever. We're smoking herb, joking. I mean, they were loped out. Don't get me wrong. If I was out there fucking kicking up dust, I would have probably not come home.
For sure.
But they would have threw me in the ditch out there.
Just don't throw out your flag like that, you know.
And I'm not even from nowhere. I love everybody. I'm a charismatic. I have family from everywhere. It's just we're all people at the end of the day. And if you're not an oppressor, you're not a fucking.
That's how you talk to people, man.
If you're not an op and you're out here just this is for us, it doesn't matter.
Yes, sir.
You feel me? So with that being said, I had a really good. This is a really good morning. I had a really good conversation. This is probably one of my longest podcasts that I've done by myself.
Sorry,
yeah. No. I like it like that because it's letting me know that I'm getting better and I'm keeping you entertained a little bit to where you're talking.
For sure.
And it's not forced. So it's kind of like the audience is growing too. So I feel like I'm getting a little bit better.
And again, I'm not like a huge talker all the time anyway. So
but I'm getting you to open up a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Cool. So that's what it is. Now that you got to know Mando the DJ, this is the motherfucking Time God. We are signing out. Go follow him on all his social media outlets.
Follow us on all the things.
On all the things. All of them. OS1, Vision, all of them. I want you to go follow all of them. And, go on his Instagram and go click around. Go look at I want you to go click around, look at the pictures, click where it says person, where you can see the names pop up before they are. Find Vision, find Os. I want you to do that as homework and go follow them too. Don't fuck around. Come out here to Fresh Produce.
Yes, every last
Don't
Thursday
fuck around.
of the month, holding it down for 4 years, going strong. If you make beats, contact me, Mando the DJ at gmail.com. I don't take any screening processes. I just want some hungry people to come out. So see, I'm glad we kept talking because you wouldn't have gotten that last part. So there it is. Now you got the gym. Now we're closing it off on that. We're not forcing it. Time.